The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 211, being recorded on June the 23rd, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as JesusWalksAlot. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Henley Merrill. GunnyChief is here. Welcome back, Henley.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Good to be here.
That's right. Thank you for joining us. It is. Summer is here now. Summer is here officially. And from the West Coast, the best coast, my other friend, Penpointred, Jonathan Hall is here, our graphic designer for Horrible Gamers, the one that makes all the logos and the Brussels sprouts and t-shirts and all the fun stuff. Welcome back, Jonathan.
Hey, thank you. Oh, E3 promotional material.
That's right. That's right. It's all Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. And against my better judgment, from the East Coast, my, I guess, friend, Alan Maybe, CFC Leo 10.
We're only Xbox friends.
Yep.
Hello, guys.
Welcome, Alan.
Have you got any invites, Alan, lately?
Any invites to Sea of Thieves?
Oh, yeah. That game. I'll forget about that game.
Is everybody inviting you to play that game with them now?
No, man. I haven't played it in a while. And I actually bought that game for $60.
You actually paid the 60? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. That sucks.
The thing is, I actually enjoy that game, but I haven't got a... I'm sorry?
I was going to be on right after this episode and jumping on, so, yeah.
Well, I'm on it right now. I'm joking. Hit me up whenever you jump on.
Okay, cool.
Badass. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to play some more Sea of Thieves. They have some new content out, and like now the sharks, the megalodons and shit, they just appear randomly now around the map. And like some of them are friendly, some of them will attack you right away, some of them will chase you, some of them just leave you alone. They just like swim by your ship and leave you alone. It's kind of weird now. So I kind of want to play it. Just check that out. But yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. And you can leave us a review on iTunes if you can. Go ahead and go to our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. It is one of the best groups on Facebook, I want to say, for gaming, because it's not just because it's ours, but just because the friendships I see being made there on Facebook. I mean, lots of people, in other groups just join groups to be part of this giant group. But our group is more tight-knit. We're around 600 members, but there's plenty of people in there that actually play games, and they'll actually friend you and talk with you and, be friends with you and play the games that you like to play, like Destiny 2, Sea of Thieves, Titanfall, Battlefield, Call of Duties. There's people that play the sports games in there, the Madden. There's people for everything, so you can always find someone that's a gamer like you. Your kind of gamer. Go join our group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community.
It's very informative and very funny.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff.
And use the duties. So I thought that's good.
You can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. And I want to give a big shout out to our Patreons. Go to patreon.com/horriblegamers like these guys did. And go ahead and pledge some money to us, because we would really appreciate it. It'll help keep the lights on over here and keep the show going. Jonathan Hall is one of them. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alan Maybe is another one. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. And Alan, you guys are awesome. And Joshua awesome. Wolf and Evan Tanaka and John Jerome and Adam Sunday and Clint Theo and Dirty Bite and Robbie Wheat. Thank you guys for all being Patreons. We appreciate it. And if any of you guys want to ever come on the show as guests, just let us know. We'll try to accommodate a time to get you on. You can email us or message us on Facebook or Xbox or Discord. And last but not least, join our Discord, guys. Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistix. It is called The Breakout, and our outro song is done by Broke for Free. and it is called Night Owl. Go find those guys on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, all that shit, Google Play Music. And also, quick heads up to all our Android users that are out there listening to the show on Android devices. You can now download the Google Podcast app and find the Horrible Gamers on there. It seems like Google has finally made an app for podcasts. So if you have an Android device, head on over to the Google Podcast app and find us on there. So for sure, we're going to be on there. We have to be on there. We're on there. I don't know, I haven't confirmed. Are we on there, Gunny?
I haven't checked on one. I don't have a Google phone.
I'm sure we're on there. Anyways,
are we on Spotify? I don't know if it's just...
we're not on Spotify.
Okay, because I looked in there last week and I didn't see it. So.
Those guys have taken a while back to respond to me about the application process. I don't know how long it takes, so whatever. Fuck it. Anyways, find us on there, and share with your friends. Anyways, we're going to get into video games real quick and news and stuff. But first off, video games we played this week, guys. I played a game. I played a game on my phone, actually. It's called Fortnite. Fortnite. No reactions, huh? No one gives a shit?
I've heard of this before.
You
were breaking up a little bit, but I did hear that you've been playing Fortnite on your... What device?
On my phone, motherfucker, my phone.
On your phone, okay. Your iOS, device.
Jesus, you were breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're clear now.
I've been playing Fortnite on my phone. It's fucking good, man. It is really good. It works. It runs well. I couldn't believe how easy it was to link my Xbox account to it. You just log in and it asks you what account you want to link to it, and I said my Xbox. It said okay, log in. I logged in, and it was good. So, there we go. That's what I played. One of the games that I played this week. Fortnite runs so good, man. It does. On the phone, it just works. I can't believe how well it works. Everything is there, too. Like, it's not a dumbed-down version of the game. The whole game is there. So, if you haven't tried Fortnite on your phone... or anything like that, or if you haven't even done the crossplay, I suggest you try it because it's going to be an amazing experience. You'll like it. Anyways, what have you been playing, Jonathan?
I have been trying to up my Gears of War game lately. So I've been like that. Watching that Gears of War 5 trailer just inspired me to jump back into Gears of War 4. So I was like, I've been getting back into that. And I was like, you know what? In Gears of War, the original, I was all about the execution mode. And I can't let this whole, what is it? It's like casual and then professional or competitive or whatever mode they're, whatever it is, ranked. I can't let that scare me. I'm a dude. I mean, you can be a girl too. But anyways, I'm going to fucking take that on. So yeah.
Normie plays.
Yeah, so I've been playing execution in like the competitive mode or the ranked mode or whatever it is. The hardcore, that's what they call it. I'm hardcore Jesus. I'm hardcore, guys.
Execution mode, is that like capture the flag?
No, execution is basically... so
last man standing, right? Like you have to kill the other team, and it's like, once you're dead, you're dead.
Once you're dead, you're dead. But if you get downed, you can still revive yourself by like getting back up. It's not like once you're down,
they have to squish your head, right? They have to curb stomp you.
Exactly, yeah. Either they have to down you 3 times or curb stomp you or, take your head off.
Yeah, blow your head off with the shotgun or something, or rip you in half with the chainsaw.
And that was my mode of Gears of War 1, so I've been kind of just getting back into that and just kind of forcing myself to play that way, so it's been fun.
It. You know what, one thing I'm going to say about Gears of War 4 that people don't realize is how good that game looks in the multiplayer. It is one of the best,
it's so good,
if not the best looking game in multiplayer on the Xbox One X. It looks fucking incredible, man.
Man, I feel like Gears of War is like the one Xbox game that kind of keeps up with like the God of War series, like graphic wise, or where it just like it keeps pushing the system's limits.
Yeah, it does.
It's like I'd say it looks just as good on Windows 10 PC as it does on my 4K TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been loving that lately. So yeah, that's been my go-to game for the past minute. Or since E3 anyway. Post E3 2018.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. What about you, Gunny? What's another game you've been playing?
Oh, well, since I bought the wife got me a Switch last week, I have been playing the game that I really wanted to play, and that's Mario Rabbids Kingdom.
Oh, you did get the Switch last week. Yeah, man. I remember that. Yeah.
Congrats,
So
dude.
and I got that.
Hey, you
and
guys
I
can
got
play Fortnite
Zelda.
together.
Yeah, we could play Fortnite crossplay.
I saw that. I saw that last week, and I looked at it today, and I thought, yeah, I can either play that on PC or my big 4K TV,
Or your phone, or your Switch.
yeah, or my iPad. I've played it on the iPad.
There you go. You can play on anything, Gunny, except for your PlayStation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a little out of the budget, but yeah, I've been wanting to play this game since I first saw it revealed back when the Switch was announced, and yeah, I love this game. It's great. It's like, I know has Ryan talked about it before? I'm not sure, but
Me and Ryan both have talked about it before.
Yeah, it's great. It's the XCOM I've always wanted to play.
Do you like XCOM?
I like the first one, and I think what I liked about the first one was the actual combat, not the weird stuff that you do back at your base by upgrading things.
yeah.
I thought that part was boring.
It's a lot of micromanagement.
That's
It's a lot of
sort of the minigame
It's a
stuff,
lot of
but I didn't
management,
care for it.
right? Yeah.
So talking about like shitty PS4 as far as like crossplay with like Xbox and your Switch or whatever, but XCOM is the free game with PS4 right now.
Yeah, I downloaded the XCOM 2 actually. XCOM 2 is actually the PS
XCOM
Plus
2,
game this month. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
go back
and they
to it.
added a big expansion, I think, to XCOM 2
Yeah.
not too long ago, and it's a great series. I just not something that I think I want to buy.
So you
but-
want like the more casual experience with like that's what Mario Rabbids is. It's more casual, let's be honest.
Absolutely. And
Did
I love how
you get the pixel gun?
no.
You don't have the
Not
pixel
yet.
gun? There should be like a voucher inside your inside the game case that'll give you a pixel gun. That's a pretty fucking powerful gun for the beginning of the game.
I didn't see anything inside the game case.
There's no vouchers in there for me
there's no paper. Well, there might be some. I'll have to
Might
look.
be. When I bought mine, it had like a little voucher in there, and it was like, fucking use this code on your Switch to unlock these guns or whatever. And I unlocked them, and they were like, they look like 8-bit guns. They're called the pixel guns, and they look like all blocky, but they shoot like really powerful things at the enemies.
Yeah,
Bullets,
I thought
guess.
it was just a standard, like, piece of paper that just, gives the corporate mumbo jumbo about the game. But I'll take a look to see if there's a code in there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't really done too much in the Switch. I don't know where to find the friend code.
You don't know where to find it?
No, I have no idea.
All right, so
I
that's
knew Googled
easy.
yet how to find the friend code.
You know how you have your little picture on the top in the menu when you turn on the Switch? You go up to the picture and you click on it, which is your profile, right? And then right there where it says your profile, it'll pop up a bunch of options. You'll see your profile and it'll be a bunch of options like friend requests, send messages, or some shit. You go to your friend code should be displayed right on there, like under your name. It'll say this
Okay.
is your code or whatever, your Switch code or whatever.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about now.
You should get it tattooed on your forearm. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
All
My
right.
Switch code.
I have 0 friends. Here's my profile. My friend code
Yeah.
is 2189773270016. All right.
And if you didn't catch that, you better rewind that and listen to it a bunch of times and write it down.
But I mostly bought this for the exclusives because I did look at the store and I'm like, oh, this is on Steam. Okay. Oh, me and Ryan already have this on Xbox. Oh, we have this on Xbox.
Yeah.
That on Xbox. Okay, these are on Steam. But yeah, I bought this for Mario, Zelda, the Luigi game. I think that's coming out next week. I'm gonna probably pick that up. Golf Story looks really interesting. I know he's talked about that before on the show. And I was looking at that. I'm like, hey, it's a 16-bit game that actually looks pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, man. It's
I
just
love
like
the whole premise of that Golf Story.
it's just a golfing game, pretty much, with like story wrapped up in there somehow. You're pretty much in golf courses, and you remember how like back in the day, when the golfing games that you just like aim the little line to where you're gonna hit the ball to, and then you press the A button, and then the little bar goes up, and then you gotta press
Yeah.
A again as it's coming back down to get it lined up in the perfect spot or whatever. That's it. It's super easy to play, but it does get difficult sometimes when they add obstacles to the courses. Like there'll be like a bird flying by or something in the way, like a tree is in the way or a bush is in the way or whatever.
But I like how you're shooting the ball to looks like from the trailer you're shooting it to different islands.
Yeah.
And I thought that looked pretty neat. Either way, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, it's great. I know when you first come into any area, when you start a new battle, there'll be like a little animation or a cutscene or what have you, and you can press Y really quickly for easy mode. Baby mode. It's got a baby mode to it.
Have you played the baby mode?
I have not played the baby mode. Each time, I would say within the first act that I played, because I'm already halfway into the second act.
Yeah.
And I think there's like 7 battles for each one. So I've failed a few times. But I think one of the things I like about it is I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I have to do something differently to win this. Because there's some where you're like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to get past like this big bomb thing with like massive teeth on it,
Yeah.
And then it's got these other big enemies that they can't move very far. They can't move too many squares closer to you, but you still have to eliminate them. Like, how do I do this, But I went in probably, I'd say, out of one of the matches I had to do 3 times. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do baby mode. I'm not going to go to YouTube and look for a strategy. Because I figured that would be the easiest way, right? Go to YouTube, see exactly what that person did.
Yeah.
Like, no, fuck that. And I wasn't frustrated at all. I actually went in and said, okay, this is the strategy I'm going to do next time. And actually worked out. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, go in, either, kill all the enemies or kill 5 enemies or take everybody out. Yeah, it's just, I'm having fun with it. I feel like I need to earn more coins to, upgrade my guns and my perks. It's got perks, and I thought the perk tree was pretty cool.
More perks.
For each character. And I've just been using, I think I've only got 4 or 5 characters unlocked, and I think you can only take in 3 characters at a time.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
I have Luigi unlocked, so now I have Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
Really?
Yeah.
I took the Rabbids. I had the Rabbid Princess and then the Rabbid Luigi, and then I had Mario. That's the characters I played with.
Rabbid Peach is who I have. So that tells me that later on, probably after I get through a couple acts, I'm going to unlock the actual Peach.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how you did Luigi, once you got to that certain section. Yeah. Yeah, I like the weapons so far. I feel like they're powerful enough. They're just powerful enough to just beat the game. Like, there's some where you'll come in and go, okay, I'm down so far on health after I finished the first section. Now you got to go to the second section with the same amount of health to complete that second area.
What I like about the game is that when the characters go down, they're not dead forever. Like in XCOM, if your character fucking dies, that dude is dead.
Permadeath. Yeah, they're permadeath. That's what I hate. I'm like, I get salty about that.
Yeah,
right?
it really gets you mad because you'll have a really leveled up person and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to send him by himself over here to the right. And all of a sudden he gets ambushed. And it's like, well, there goes him, no matter how good he is, he's going to die right now. And that sucks.
Yeah. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that first XCOM on Xbox 360 where it was so easy to go in and load your last save or one of your saves?
It was on the 360. I don't know about the save stuff, but I know it was originally
right, but remember how easy that was for most games on Xbox 360? Oh, I could just go back in and go up to that certain section. Yeah, hey, that person's still alive, and just do it differently. Where now on Xbox One and One X and One S, you can't. Everything is kind of this cloud save / save local where, yeah, you can't really do that.
Yeah. But anyways.
That threw me off. But yeah,
that's
I love
enough.
the game. I want to continue to play it.
Enough rabbits.
No! Let's keep talking about it.
No, it's enough rabbits. You're getting cut off.
Good game.
You went over your 2-minute time limit.
What have you been playing, Alan?
Are you guys ready for 15 minutes to talk about Paladins?
Oh, shit.
Get 2 minutes.
I haven't got a chance to play many games this weekend, but I did play Paladins with David Snyder. Kind of missed that game. It's a superior game of Overwatch. But they did add a couple new things. We can actually see like symbols and like logos of Xbox or next to your name or your character that indicates what system you're playing on.
That's pretty cool. I thought that was interesting how they added that.
Wait, so what systems are the options? Is it PC?
Switch. Yeah, Switch and Xbox.
Yeah.
So, no PS4?
No. I would love to get a Switch now just to get a Paladins on it and just to have another option to play the game on.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's incredible, dude. I mean, how they do that.
But the thing is, we haven't got a chance to play anyone yet on Switch because we usually look for them as an easy target. Noobs.
Noobs.
You have to represent. Get on there and just fucking... You have to Switch represent, man.
When, can you link your accounts between the Switch and the Xbox?
That's a gunny question. I have no idea.
I didn't even know that was on there yet because I know that right now we were talking about the Battle Realm thing and I said, it's PC only, but I don't know if I know it's coming to Switch, but I'll take a look and see if it's on there. It's not even
because I know for Fortnite, like if I bought like the season pass on my Xbox, if I bought the battle pass, right, and I bought a bunch of skins, and if I go on the Switch and I download Fortnite and I link my account of my Xbox to my Switch, it carries over all my skins and my stats and everything. It just carries over.
That's cool.
To everything, to like your phone, to your Switch. That's why people on the PS4 are kind of mad at Sony right now that they don't let you unlink the account from PlayStation because they have to make like a whole new email to play on the Switch.
It's getting like a lawsuit and stuff. Like
it
class action over that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but I've been still playing Paladins. The game is just still amazing. Still competitive.
So do you have any? So the whole like battle royale mode that hasn't hit the consoles yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's whenever that does. Let us know though. Like definitely just shout the fucking shit out of that.
Yeah. I think me and David Snyder, the only ones like the most excited one about this game.
Well, I'm interested in that mode. Like I kind of keep like an ear on it and stuff, but like I can see it going under my radar. But yeah, so.
But I have no idea how it's actually going to work because the characters are so different.
Have you actually watched the gameplay on it? They have a lot of gameplay on Twitch right now in Mixer.
No.
They have a lot of players playing the game, and it looks a lot like Fortnite to me. It has the chest, and the main differences are when you kill somebody, they don't go down on their knees. They can still run around, but they run around as chickens. And like their teammate has to revive the chicken. Like you have to go and run over to the chicken and like press a button to revive them or whatever, and then they revive.
No, actually, you can come back. I think like after 12, 13 seconds, just on your own.
You just respawn.
Oh. Okay. You just respawn. Yeah.
But the chickens have no guns. They just run around like a little white flag, so they can't attack nobody. They just have to run away from all the people that's shooting at them.
That's funny.
And it looks a lot like Fortnite, the same art style, kind of almost. It's kind of weird. Like it looks a lot like Fortnite.
It does.
It's just more castles and stuff.
I played one round of it.
Yeah.
One thing I wish with this Nintendo Switch deal, I wish they actually add some of their characters into this game, like Super Mario characters or like that'd be kind of cool, mix up characters.
Put in Samus, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, or Charizard or something like that.
Well, the only thing I see here on the Switch is the Founders Pack for $29.99. I don't see the free version, even though it claims that on the description here on the Switch.
Well, it's still pretty cool. I'm not sure if the free version's out there anymore since the game actually launched. It's not in a beta anymore.
Yeah, it just says full release at $29.99.
Yeah, so
I thought it was $19.99. Is that just like another option on the Xbox that I saw?
You know what? I bought that. You know what? There might have been when the game first came out, and if you wanted to get it while it was in the beta,
I think they give you like a discount. They give you a discount for it.
Because I believe I spent $20 for it.
Yeah, that's how much I got for it. Yeah, $20.
I could see that. Like the pre-op bonus is like
it was
19,
almost like a
post-release 30.
One of the preview program, like get it cheaper when you buy early or whatever. Yeah.
So wait, Jesus, you have this game?
I do. I have Paladins. I have all the characters and shit.
Nice.
Just don't play it. I just don't play it. I have so many games, man. That's the problem with me. I have too many games that I don't fucking play.
Yeah, I totally understand.
But yeah, guys, let's swing it back around here. I got a lot of games on my list, so I'm gonna try to run through them real quick. Last night I played some more State of Decay 2. Me and what's that guy's name? Osama bin Smashin. John Smith. Yeah. Me and him were playing last night. He was asking me for tips in his game.
What's his gamer tag?
Osama bin Smashin. Yeah. Or Obama bin Smashin or Osama bin Smashin. One of the two. Anyways, we were playing that. I mean, State of Decay is still fun. They optimized it quite a bit now. I see way less bugs. But last night, for some reason, I was getting a lot of frame rate drops, like big time. I was like, what's going on right now? Like, what the hell? There's a lot of frame rate drops in this game right now. And it was kind of weird. Because it seems like a slideshow when it starts dropping, dude. Because it only runs at 30 frames a second. So when you get lower than that, you can really tell the frame rate is dipping quite a bit. So there's that. I played quite a bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2 this week as well, man. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is still one of the best looking games on the console and one of the funnest. I like it a lot. And they have a new mode on there that's like it's almost like Overwatch and Paladins, where you have to escort like a thing through the map, and you have to you have 8 players versus 8 players. So there's 8 people trying to escort like the thing to the map, and there's the 8 players on the other team trying to stop you from escorting that through the map. Pretty well done. I like the mode. I like how they keep adding these interesting like little modes to the game that are just like, they're usually timed events. So I think this one is like timed to like 2 weeks or something, or maybe 3 weeks. So if you haven't played it, I suggest you go and try it out as soon as possible because it might be gone soon.
Yeah, isn't it like a bigger railgun? Not a railgun, but it looks like a weapon of some sorts that you're escorting. Or is it smaller, like in Paladin?
It was like I don't know if you're escorting a weapon. You're escorting something. I don't even know what you're escorting. I know that it was like on a track, and I don't even know what it was. It looked like a box to me. It looked like a big box of something. I don't even know. I didn't even pay attention to it because I was too busy shooting people.
Yeah, but that seemed like it'd be a pretty cool mode, especially if you're, let's say if you've got special abilities like with your, what are the characters called in that game with the specials?
The heroes?
The heroes, yes.
But the thing about that mode is they take out a lot of the heroes. When you're playing as the rebels, when you're escorting, you can only spawn as like the Chewbacca's, the Wookiees. You only spawn on them, and you can only have like 3 or 4 per team. Or I think everybody can spawn as one eventually, but I think there's only like 4 per team max. There's a maximum limit to them. So, and as the Empire, you can only spawn as the big troopers, like the black troopers. You know, like I forget what they're called, dark troopers. What are they called again?
PC Jesus.
No, calm down. They're called something else. I forget what they're called. Anyways, you spawn as them, and you can spawn as like them and what else? Like a sniper or something like that. Something stupid, something weird. Like the jetpack people, the jetpack troopers. You can spawn as them too. So like, those are the 2 options you have on the Empire side.
So they balanced it out.
They did. And like I said, it's only 8 versus 8, so it's really fast paced. The match goes by in like 5 minutes because you have a timer anyways. In the beginning, you have a timer of like 5 minutes to get it to the first checkpoint. When you get it to the first checkpoint, you get like a minute or 2 added to your time. So like, you're trying to get it across as fast as possible because you can run out of time. If you don't get it across and they just stop you in a certain area and your time runs out, you lose. So the match doesn't last forever like the other modes do. But yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. What else?
I want to play that mode.
Real quick, more Jurassic World Evolution. Kept playing that. I'm on the 4th island now.
Wait, so I heard somewhere that Jeff Goldblum gives you your instructions to begin with. Is that true?
Yeah, I said that last show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you listen to the show, Jonathan?
I did. I always listen to your guys' show, but anyways, we're just together sometimes. But so it's fucking Jeff Goldblum. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's him, and it's actually him. Like it's his voice and everything. And it's pretty cool. Yeah. So that game is still good. It's still hard. Now I'm on this really hard island that's really small, and you gotta build and you have to spawn the really big dinosaurs, like the T-Rexes and shit. And the thing is, those guys need a lot of room in their enclosures, and if they don't have a lot of room, they get really stressed out and they break out of them and they start killing the people. So that island seems very hard for what they're trying to make you do, and it's just a lot of bad shit happens on that island, pretty much.
Is it easy to lose in this game? Just say fuck it, just let them go and just destroy and kill everybody.
Yeah,
will you
easy.
get a game over?
Pretty sure you would. Yeah, if you run out of money, you get a game over. Mm-hmm. If a dinosaur breaks out of a cage, it's not game over automatically. They break out of the cage. You can send because you have a ranger team, and then you have the security team, the ACU or whatever. And those guys have a helicopter, and the ranger team has the jeeps, right? And the jeeps, you can send them right away to go fix the fence of whatever they broke out of. So you send them out to go fix the fence, and then as soon as you do that, you send out your helicopter to go attack the dinosaur and tranquilize them. And then they do that. The helicopter will spawn and they take off, and you can see it taking off, and it takes a while to get to wherever the fuck they're going. They fly the helicopter so slow. And but during that time, you can also open up your shelters, because you have a lot of these shelters that are special buildings where the people can go into and hide from the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs can't get into them. They're like bunkers almost. And you can open those up, but the people can still get killed if they're running towards the bunker and the dinosaur cuts them off or something. They can still get eaten.
You have a Chris Pratt?
Yeah, you do.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, and then once you tranquilize the dinosaur, you can send another helicopter to pick him up and put it back in the enclosure. So it's not game over. And then you can release all the people from the bunkers, and the park will still keep operating. As long as you have money, you're good. Okay. Once you run out of money, though, or the people don't feel safe, or people stop visiting your park because they don't feel safe.
Makes sense.
Then you run out of money, and then you're broke, and then the game is over. So, yeah. The whole key to it is keeping the people happy and keeping them safe, pretty much. But yeah,
it sounds like they learned some things from, Roller Coaster Tycoon and games like that with, where you have an ecosystem.
And Jesus, has watching all the Jurassic Park movies helped you in this game?
Yes, they have. You learn how bad shit can go down. If something happens, you know what's gonna happen next. So for my raptor, where I keep the raptors at or whatever, those guys, I learned that if you put a bunch of them together, they become really smart.
Shit.
So sometimes you have to send
to hunt together.
Yeah, you have to send your ranger teams to refill their feeding stations. They have these little things that they release goats into the area, or they release meat or whatever. So you send those guys in there, but the thing is they have to go through a gate that opens up really slow, and they have to drive through it. Well, I figured these fucking dinosaurs are so smart, they're going to run out of the gate when it's opening, and these guys can't stop them. So I have to build a double gate. So I build the first gate they drive into, that one closes, and the other one opens. So you have to do shit like that to outsmart the dinosaurs. Yeah. A lot of stuff like that happens in the game. but yeah. Yeah, that's it, guys. I have 2 more games, but they'll be my last ones.
Well, I've been playing this game called One Piece Grand Cruise on the PSVR. It's pretty funny. It's a weird anime game. It's called One Piece Grand Cruise.
You're on a cruise ship.
One Piece Grand Cruise, and it's pretty terrible. It's all there's no English. It's all subtitled. It's this weird ass game that you're a pirate and you shoot pirate stuff and shoot at octopuses and whatever, but I guess the main draw of that game, for some reason, it has a lot of boobs, so it's a boob game for the PSVR.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Probably something you could find on Steam, I'm sure, right? Just not in VR. Well, maybe a VR edition, but not.
I think
I'm sure if you can find it on PSVR, you can find it on PC and VR.
Oh yeah. No, it's probably a very tame game on the PC, but on the PSVR, it's probably the most scandalous thing I've seen. And it's pretty funny. It has very minimal game controls and shit, and a pretty basic storyline, but Yeah, it just has a lot of boobs. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
Boobs.
Got me through some times.
Like boobs.
I mean, there's no like naked boobs or anything. It's just like it's bikini boobs, but
Still boobs.
it's PSVR boobs, so it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah. So, but besides that, you basically all the game modes involve you just hitting one button repeatedly. That's all you do. So yeah, be ready for some strenuous action.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that though, that's been fun and all. But yeah, besides that, it's been playing. I beat Moss on the PSVR. That was pretty fucking sweet. Highly recommended. It's probably one of the better PSVR games out there. It's a platformer. It's like Zelda, but if you were like a third party god watching Zelda run around the map but helping them out, that's kind of like what that game is. This. Yeah, it's cool. I enjoy the fuck out of it, and the final boss is really rad. And then I'll just whip through. I just been playing some Titanfall 2 and some Destiny 2, and those are very good as usual. Titanfall 2 hasn't changed in a while, but the player count keeps going up. Destiny 2, everybody knows the changes come up on that game, and you know they're trying to fix that game, and it's fun at the moment, but come September or whatever, it's gonna be hella fun.
That's what they always say. That's what they always say, dude. Every expansion, this will be the one that fixes everything, guys. This will fix everything.
You're gonna take me back.
Yeah. This will fix everything, guys.
I'll show you. You're gonna love me again.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, it's like your ex coming back to you and like apologizing for everything. Your drunk ex texting you at 3 in the morning.
I got an update. I got some DLC content. What you gonna do?
I'm improved now. You need me back in your life. And you're like, what the fuck? It's 3 in the morning.
Just one day, Jesus, you're gonna roll over and Destiny 2 is gonna be in your bed.
Oh shit! And be all in love with it again.
I love you.
All right, but yeah, that's all I've been playing. So,
all right.
Boobs.
All right. My other game is that Warhammer Vermintide 2 beta is out on Xbox.
Play that. That's awesome. Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, I saw it downloaded this morning thanks to Ryan. He must have downloaded that game.
Wait. No, you're talking about Vermintide 1, right? Because Vermintide 1 is on the Xbox. Vermintide 2 is on the PC.
Right, but remember at E3 where Phil talked about this game coming? When it does come in at full release, it will be on Game Pass.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Yeah, so it's the beta's out now. And
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so yeah, I played that, and I've seen this on PC. I've seen it on Steam, and I was like, oh, those look like, it has that Left 4 Dead style type gaming. Yeah. Except in that
Warhammer, the whole Warhammer universe.
The whole Warhammer universe. So, yeah, it's cool. Like, you get to choose different characters. Like, I don't know how about the first one because I never played it, but you get Mercenary, Ranger, Waystalker, Witch Hunter, and a Wizard. So you have these different weapons.
What'd you end up going with?
I ended up going with the Witch Hunter. So you get the sword and the pistol.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And you only have so much ammo in the pistol, and your sword doesn't break, and it's just, as far as I know, it's really just horde mode in that Left 4 Dead style where, you come into the first area, it'll just say survive, and you and 3 other players will survive the wave of these, enemies, whether they look like zombies. And one of them was something like a rat, like a mutant rat thing, man. It was looked like it was stitched together and made in a freaking Frankenstein's castle or something. It was pretty sick looking. And yeah, so the one thing a few things I didn't care for was the fact that I'm like, where's the potions, guys? I'm trying to talk to people on the microphone, but nobody has a freaking mic. You only get so many potions. I think you only start with maybe 1 or 2, and you can clearly see your health bar at the bottom. But I found that if you just don't, it's all in first person. Just don't let them get behind you. That's the thing. I feel like the weapon that you have is strong enough. You just got to just keep pressing the right trigger enough times to kill the enemies. And I noticed also for like the bigger enemies, like, yeah, they'll come out at the same time as the smaller ones do, and I just take the pistol out and take them out that way. But yeah, it looks pretty good too. It's running in 4K HDR. You get all the settings for that on the Xbox. So yeah, we completed that first wave. I went down twice, and the guys were nice enough to get me up and.
Well, yeah, I'll hit you up. I had no idea the second one came out on an Xbox. So yeah, I'll be hitting that like ASAP actually.
Yeah, we can. We'll play it up, guys. I don't know if it's free for everybody or just if you have Game Pass, but I would think it's a beta. It's probably available for everyone.
I mean, I got a Game Pass too, so. You know.
Yeah.
It's like not having Netflix. I can't even see like.
I know,
not
right?
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna let it run. I can't see like not having it.
I did unsub from my EA access. I thought, well, it's $5.
Me too. Still, I figured it out. I went on the PC and yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you have to just go on your Microsoft account and then go to subscriptions. Yeah, you can't do it for the Xbox. It's weird. But
that is weird.
Anyway, what'd you play, Alan?
Why did you unsubscribe though?
Because well, yeah, I only kept it on because of Titanfall 2, and then that never happened. And then I could never figure out how to unsubscribe until just recently. So, yeah.
Did you have to Google it too? I had to. I was like, how do you unsub from your...
I tried so many times on the Xbox, and I'm like, oh, and then finally one day, I think on the it was when they announced like their annual like EA premium pass for like $59, so I like fuck that, and then yeah, that's when I went on I was at work, so I just went on my PC, and unless my boss is listening, I was at home, and then and then I went on and figured out how to get off of it. Awesome. But yeah, it's only like $6 a month, but yeah, really the whole reason I got it is to get on Titanfall 2 or Lead Bird or whatever, and they've kind of fucked me on that one, so.
Yeah, so I figured like whenever the next big EA hit comes out, like it's not going to be shit. I don't know, whatever the next one is, you know.
Battlefield 5.
Then I'll just pay the $5. Yeah.
Anthem.
Battlefield 5, man.
A couple others.
Oh man, Battlefield 5 is looking fucking sweet.
Yes.
Tight.
I'm so excited for that thing.
Me too.
Anyways, Alan, sorry to cut you off, brother.
No,
Go ahead, Alan.
Can I mention 2 games because one's really quick?
Go ahead.
Actually, FIFA, as usual. I just want to give a shout out to the new crew. We got a new team. Had to restart. Too many losses. Omar and Danny, what's up? But the Hellblades, oh my goodness, that game is perfect. Mm-hmm. For the price, the length, and how easy it is to just finish it. I usually don't play single-player games because I don't have the time for them. But this was simple, and I like the like I said, the price. I think every single player game should be $30, and this simple to beat.
Not every single one, because I mean Skyrim is 100 and something hours you can put into that game, and The Witcher is like another 100 and something hours you can put into that game. Fallout is another 100 something hours you can put into that game.
But that's the reason I never finished any of
But those games are not $30 price. Like those games, they have teams that work on them forever, man. And
no, I know what I mean. Like maybe I should have said like
series.
I should have said like I guess because those are RPG games. So yeah, of course those are single player games where you can invest a lot of times. But like a single player story based game shouldn't be this long, and for $30 is perfect.
Let's think about a game that came out that was $60 that's very short.
Well, he's talking about like Necromancer and all that shit. Like yeah. Those are like $30 experiences. I can see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not pay $60 for Wolfenstein or 2 or 1 or whatever.
You wouldn't pay for that? I mean, they're still fun games though, and I think that Bethesda still does a good job with those games, and they put a lot of work into them, man. Wolfenstein is an experience, dude. It really is. Wolfenstein 2, like I said, during the whole time I played that game, it was like an action movie that was nonstop, and it was at the cutscenes that they have in those games, dude, they were so memorable, especially like the party one where everybody's getting drunk and they're about to go kill Hitler, and like they're all fucking partying, and like they're showing all the shit that's going on in the ship. That shit was cool. I was like enjoying that. I was like, it's fucking awesome. The game is like, how long is Wolfenstein? Like 20 hours maybe? If
So wait, is that the main decider between like a $30 game and then like a $50 game?
How long
like
it is?
The amount of the amount of cutscenes.
No, the main
Or
decider for me
cutscenes?
is the experience you get from it. Not. I'm willing to pay $60 for a game that is short as long as the game is worth it. I mean, so what you're saying is like a game like Detroit Become Human shouldn't be $60 because it's a 15-hour game and it's a single player experience that you only play once or whatever, and you make choices and then.
I would not pay $60 for it. I will wait on sale.
I mean,
But I
that
think
game
that's
is
just
still
for
worth it
developers
though.
to get their money, right? Because when you see games like that, right, whether it's the Senau game or Detroit Become Human, right, obviously they're going to be at its, $60 at launch or whatever. Well, for Detroit Become Human, but for games like that, like, yeah, they're going to be coming on sale quickly,
Yeah. And then usually when I buy a game for that, like honestly, Hellblade, as soon as it was announced, I bought it because $30 was perfect price. Any other game that I had to invest a lot of time, over 20 hours.
Assassin's Creed Origins, do you think that's a $30 game or a $60 game?
That's a $60 game.
Okay. Just
It's
making
a
sure.
huge game. It's a huge game.
Yeah.
It is huge.
I would rather buy a game where I can play with friends for 200 hours.
Well, I agree. There's different types of gamers.
And then every for example, any Ubisoft Tom Clancy game, I spent over $100 because I bought the most expensive one, Division, Wildlands. What other games are there?
they're going to support that game, right?
Yes. And I don't mind actually paying extra for that game. But Hellblade was just perfect for $30, and I just need more games that are this size, this easy, and simple. I just want to relax back and able to watch. Okay, for example, Gears of War, I don't like the game because it has too many cutscenes. Even reloading a gun has a cutscene. Like there's a cutscene for everything, and it just drives me crazy. But
that's the point of that game is it's a story, man. If you played like.
I know.
I get why they do all the cutscenes because if you played Gears of War from the first one, the second one, the third one, it's just the story keeps ramping up and you wouldn't get you wouldn't get the impacts that you would have like without the cutscenes. Like when you first find Dom's wife, when Dom hits the fan, when shit hits the fan with Dom, when you first meet Coltrane and he goes to like the football stadium and he's running through the field like he's playing football because he's having this flashback of when he was a big star, and like...
Or the first thing you run into those guys that can't see, but they can hear and smell you or whatever.
Yeah, dude, like all that
berserkers.
shit is crazy, man. Like all those cutscenes really add to the ambience and the story. It just pulls you into it.
Gears.
I love
And they
Gears.
nailed it in Gears of War 3 with the cutscenes.
It's like you're saying if Halo wouldn't have cutscenes. If Halo wouldn't have cutscenes, it would just be like a fucking shooter running down a hallway. Like... The cutscenes are what makes those games, dude.
Yeah, Alan.
Man, you know
that.
what? Okay, I think
take that back.
Okay, I'll take it back. Maybe it's because I'm at the wrong time of my gaming life where I just want to enjoy with my friends.
You're just a different type of gamer.
I skip through them all the time.
That's just it. You're just a different type of gamer.
One of those weird options like, hey, you guys want to skip this?
Guys, I know this is a major story part right here, but let's just skip it, guys. Let's just skip it. Fuck it. And then when you beat the mission, you're like, dude, that made no sense, guys. That shit didn't make no sense at all. Like, it's like, yeah, Alan, we skipped all the cutscenes, dude. Of course it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, real quickly, I think Alan was one of your friends. It might have been Omar. It could have been your brother. But they said, and it was in a Facebook comment on our group that talked about, I don't have time for single-player games. That basically, like, I know what he was saying, that he just kind of wants that multiplayer experience, whether it's co-op or versus.
I think it's my brother because Amar's got he's got a PC and plays a lot. He actually takes days off Xbox just to play on his PC and play some of those single player games. But my brother like Mirza, he doesn't play any other game if it has a story or he has to waste his time. He wants to just go in there, kick ass, reload and shoot. So just kind of shooters. And I'm at the time where I'm the same way. Anything where I can play with friends online, where it's like most of us get together just to talk, play. That's why I enjoy FIFA. Like FIFA's like one of the games we all get together and just talk and play at the same time. But sitting, especially in this like nice weather, playing like a story game, it just drives me crazy that I can be doing something else.
I know, that's how I feel. I'm like, I could be doing, some sort of interaction. And what's funny is I'll totally play the fuck out multiplayer games when I'm not talking to anybody, but I know that there's like human involvement on yes. It satisfies me. And
so because of the nice weather outside, you wanna interact with people, but you play online games.
Well, no.
I want to go outside. It's nice out there.
No. For example,
I start feeling guilty.
Well, no. For example, if I'd rather like go play soccer or do something outside with friends, but if I will never sit at home by myself and play a story game where I can be doing something else. Where actually, I don't know, if I have a group of friends all playing FIFA, of course I'll jump on because that's where everyone is.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to keep that single player experience to yourself. Yeah.
That's for winter time, I guess.
I disagree with that. I think it's for any time of the year. 'Cause I'm a big single player gamer, and I'm by myself, and I play games.
But how often do you play with PlayStation? For the same reason.
I'm going to talk about that right now in a bit, actually.
Go ahead, what you been playing?
I see him on there. One point Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I see Jonathan. All the time I see Jonathan on there is when he's playing Titanfall 2. I'm like, every time I see this guy online, he's only playing fucking Titanfall 2.
I know.
It's like,
if he helps on the Xbox,
right? Titanfall 2.
Like a few days.
Or Sea of Thieves.
On the PS4.
I feel guilty because you guys can see me on both this show. I'm like, oh man.
It's like, oh, Jonathan. I wonder, like I go on my Xbox, it says Penpointred is offline. He's been offline for 8 hours. I turn on my PlayStation and it's like, Penpointred is online playing Titanfall 2 in matchmaking lobby. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking Jonathan, dude.
Yeah, that's when I feel caught. Like, oh.
But speaking of multiplayer experiences, guys, I've had a lot of fun with the multiplayer game myself this week. Halo 5 is a game that I've been going back to quite a bit recently. For the last few weeks now, I've been playing a lot of the multiplayer, and it's good. It is the best multiplayer out there, I think. It just feels solid. It runs good. It looks amazing. It runs at 60 frames. And it's just like classic fun, dude. Getting into like 4 versus 4 Slayer and running around the map, picking up the guns. It feels old school, but it brings back like good memories. You know, when I was younger, when we were all younger, I guess. And we were playing Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Halo Reach and Halo 1 even. You know, you're playing these games online with friends, or even when you're playing split screen with friends, it brings back these like endorphins, like releases endorphins from these memories.
It does.
And you just feel good, man. It is good. I was playing with Snyder, actually. Snyder, me and him actually played quite a few matches recently. Me and him, and then Brink joined us for a while. And
I played with you guys once.
Yeah, you did. Alan and Gunny actually played the first time with us, and then Brink got mad at us.
That was fun. I like those shorter maps.
Yeah, we need to do an 8-player fire team on Warzone.
Dude,
so
yeah,
on
Warzone. That'd be so cool. Like, man, like I'm telling you, the game is fun. It's really good. One thing that I do not like about Halo, though, is if you leave your controller, you go AFK for a bit, like a minute, and it kicks you from the match, you cannot play the game. It'll ban you for an hour.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so like,
harsh.
What's the time?
or like, cause it'll say like, you got kicked from the match because you were not moving or whatever. Like you got disconnected, right? But then when you try to join a multiplayer game, it'll be like, sorry, you're not allowed to play multiplayer because you left the match early.
Even the first time it'll do that?
That hurts.
So you cannot rage quit in that game. You cannot like leave a match early. If you start a match,
because I know Titanfall 2 has like a really like low AFK. Like it'll drop. I get worried whenever I see someone like not active for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh shit, I hope they get back. But yeah, they'll be banned for like an hour afterwards. It's really hardcore. And I wonder if they do it because they have these seasons. Like right now they have season for the summer. I think it's season something for like the summertime. And you can get like a rank, right? If you're playing the rank multiplayer, you can get a rank like diamond, gold, platinum, silver, whatever. Like you get these ranks. And that's like your rank, your level, kind of like in Rainbow Six Siege, kind of like in other games. I'm pretty sure like Ghost Recon Wildlands probably has something like that. So they have that in this game, and I wonder if it's because of that. Like they don't want everybody getting diamond, because diamond is the highest one. I think there's diamond and platinum. So they don't want everybody getting that rank by like rage quitting and then joining a match or whatever, you know. So
that's
like,
good. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
It's still an hour though, man.
But man, a whole hour like for an AFK, it sucks. Yeah. Maybe if they like lower the AFK for like to like a minute and then drop it up.
Okay, but if you But I'm sure it's probably something where, like, hey, my controller battery died, and you're back
running
after
to the
30
bathroom,
seconds. But
or like,
if you go more than like,
well,
5
for me,
minutes, then...
what happened was I had finished a match. So I'm like, okay, I finished a match. It usually takes a bit to load into another match.
I can make myself a sandwich.
I ran downstairs to like unload my laundry and like put the laundry from the washer into the dryer. I'm doing all this shit, right? I run upstairs again with my laundry and shit. I'm dying of I'm out of breath running up the stairs. And I get to my controller and it's like, you've been disconnected from the match for like whatever, for being AFK. And I was like, okay. So I was like, oh, whatever. I'm going to go back into another match because I was playing Slayer. And like, it was like, sorry. You cannot play matchmaking right now because you've been banned from the multiplayer for an hour. I was like,
wow, it's harsh.
Fuck. That was bullshit. Yeah, an hour, dude.
Damn.
That's like, it doesn't seem like a long. I know everybody listening. Everybody listening is like, an hour is not that long, but dude, an hour for a gamer is like eternity.
Oh, that's for a fucking friend. That's when you fuck this game. I'm popping over something else.
It's fucking eternity, man. It's like, oh.
Priorities.
Yeah. Anyway, so Halo 5 though is still good, and if you guys want to ever play with that, like, you want to play with me, dude? Join me. I'm willing to play Slayer anytime.
I'm down.
And I'm getting better at the game.
Designated like Halo night for this.
Totally, dude. We totally need like a community game night with Halo because like it would be amazing, dude.
It's kind of a universal game. Like any game that you're into kind of originates from Halo these days.
Like Destiny has a lot of shit from Halo. Call of Duty has a lot of shit from Halo.
Yeah,
a lot of games
start Saturday night Halo nights.
We should, and it's very balanced too, right? Like it's very.
That's catchy.
The multiplayer is very balanced. You never feel like someone killed you from a cheap shot. It's like, no, that person was able to pick up that gun, and that's how they got the kill on me because that gun is powerful or whatever. But that gun is eventually going to run out of ammo, and they have to pick up something else or whatever.
Unless they bust out that Rec 7 on you and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. They have some pretty crazy guns in the multiplayer that you have to like pick up. Like when the sniper pops up, man, you better go get that sniper. Because that thing is like one hit kill with the headshot. It's fucking crazy. Yes. Other games that I played this week real quick, guys. Modern Warfare 3 is now backwards compatible. I played some that. Multiplayer is fun. It still holds up. Quite a bit of players playing it, actually. More than 20,000 players are playing it online at any given time. So yeah, pretty easy to find a match if you're looking for a match, and if you're looking to play that, go ahead and try that out. I mean, it was on sale for $15. I don't know if it still is, but it was on sale for gold members for $15. I went to GameStop and bought a copy for $5. So
yeah, I saw you and Eric were playing that, right?
Yeah, me and Eric actually were playing some of the Spec Op missions, and those are pretty cool, man. They're just like little 2-player missions that are like shorter missions, like, oh, go rescue the president, or go rescue the president's daughter, or go hijack this plane. Or go, like, stop the bomb from going off in this building, and then you have to, like, run to the building and kill all the people and get there at a certain time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool missions, dude. And the multiplayer still holds up very well. Boots on the ground, everything feels good. No hackers in the matches. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. But, yeah, there's that.
They probably moved on to the newest Call of Duty, World War II, the hackers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we're done.
Sometimes, though, you'd be surprised, though, man. Like, when I played World at War, backwards compatible, that shit was hack central. It was like...
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
People were flying through the map, looking like a witch, flying through the map, shooting everybody in circles. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah. Anyways, Halo 5, Modern Warfare 3. Another one that Gunny just reminded me of is Dying Light 2, and me and Gunny actually both played this, right, Gunny?
Yes. I almost forgot about this game. I think we played it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Dying Light 1 or Dying Light 2?
Oh, Dying Light. I mean, we played Dying Light 2. Like, Dying Light as well.
Second one, yeah.
We played Dying Light as well. How about that?
Okay, cool.
So Dying Light still holds up, man. It's still a good game, and there's so much content now. They have, like, a new DLC that's for free. That's, like, a prison. You go to the prison. Like, a whole new map. It's a prison. You go there to pick up some guns. It is fucking crazy.
Now, you must have the premium pass or whatever it's called.
Or
like
maybe.
the season pass, because I didn't see that.
You didn't see the prison on your thing?
No, well, I did go to the store quickly when we were playing. I'm like, I don't see anything free on here.
There was a lot of free shit, because when I looked on mine, and it was like, here are the patch notes. And they had like 15 different patch notes. Like 15 DLCs that I downloaded for it.
Yeah.
Was like a new enemy.
Yeah, but I know that
new
the
thing.
2 big expansions on there were, good-sized expansions. Those were still like $15
I'm never
a piece
gonna
or whatever.
beat that game. I'm never gonna beat that game. Ever.
It's a big game. Like, it's open world.
Shit, I never even beat the
side
demo.
missions.
I've been playing that game forever.
Pretty simple.
Have you?
Amazing though.
Have you played that game, Alan? Dying Light.
No, I haven't.
It's actually a single player game, but you can play it co-op with your friends. And it's
Either
pretty much.
person?
Yeah, you run it. Have you?
It's got parkour stuff.
It's like
Titanfall.
Mirror's Edge mixed with like zombies.
Yeah, it's so good. And then you look across like the
so
cityscape,
fast.
and there's like so much shit going down, and all that shit is really active, and so much shit is going. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
and
like,
then when it gets dark, and those other fucking vampire things come out, and it just changes the game, and it becomes like this
crazy.
They've got like these radioactive zombies that'll just fuck you up, man.
But the game's kind of like wait, is it just 2-player co-op or
no,
is it?
it's
I thought it was
five-player co-op, I think.
Okay, that's what I heard.
So like you can have a lot of people in there with you running around doing missions. And the cool thing about it is, like you said, at nighttime, like there's been times where I've been playing the game and like I'm doing a mission and I'm going through a building and I don't realize that it's about to go into like nighttime, and then I come out the building like 20-30 minutes later and I'm like, oh fuck, it's nighttime.
We're on
and
the
then,
other side of the map.
like real quick, I have to like pull up my map and see where the nearest safe house is. And I'm like, put a marker there, and I'm gonna run straight to there. And like, you're just running, and you have like these zombies fucking chasing you, dude. And
it's like the scary like Blade 2, like what is it, Blade 2 kind of like vampire things that have like the predator mouths.
There's some crazy ass. There's one zombie that actually runs really fast, and he can climb just as well as you do. So like, no matter if you're climbing on rooftops or you're jumping on top of cars, that motherfucker's right on you, and he's running behind you, and you can hear him like, run! He's fucking running behind you, and you're like, oh shit! It's fucking cool.
Yeah, that game gets your heartbeat racing so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I feel like I kind of missed it. Like I wanted to get into the first one, but it never happened, and I kind of accept the fact that I missed the boat on it, but. Like, definitely when the second one comes out, I want to be on that one day one.
I totally missed the boat on it, and then I bought it like a year ago or a year and a half ago almost, when they announced that they were going to do a bunch of DLCs for like one DLC every month.
The buggy.
Yeah, they were going to do one free DLC every month.
Driving part yet. I do have that on Steam as a game share.
Yeah, I downloaded it, and then I noticed that one night,
level 30 or some shit to play that.
When I got into my game this time though, I noticed that I had like 1,000 med packs and like 1,000 lockpicks and like 1,000 like some crazy ass weapon blueprints that like I should not have, and I realized that it was thanks to Mojo. Mojo gave me all that shit. He gave me like a bunch of med packs, dude. Yeah, he gave me a bunch of med packs and lockpicks and like these crazy weapon blueprints, I think.
So how does the co-op work with the missions?
You just drop in, drop out whenever you want to.
So progression?
Yeah, and it gives you, I was going to say, it gives you an option to, it tells you, hey, you're ahead of the story or you're behind Jesus' story or whoever you're playing with. Do you still want to join the match?
Yeah. So you join whoever's story you're joining.
Locations and trying to like solve the situation, like trying to get like an escape hatch out or like a helicopter down or.
So like
So is there a story to it? Or
there's a story to the game. Yeah, no, there's a story. There's a story to the game. Like you have to find the cure for the zombies. That's the whole point of the game. But there's things that are going on in the game. There's like other gangs that are like survivors in the city, and like sometimes the military will fly over the city and drop off like these crates, right? And these crates have food, or they have medicine, or they have guns. And you can see them. You can see the big ass airplane flying in the city, and you see it drop the big crate, and you see the parachute, and you see the smoke. And it's like your job, if you want to, is optional. You can go there and try to get the stuff, or you could just let the gangs get it. But if you go there and if you get there before the other people do, then you can get all the stuff and run away. But sometimes the people will be there. I wonder if
it's going to be more of an open world thing, kind of like these days, like a Destiny zone where there's like, 24 players that can see that shit. But even though only 4 of them are in your group or whatever.
I wonder. I don't know how well. I think the second game is going to be more of a story game.
I can tell you, with the first one, I think I played through it twice. Because you don't have to explore the entire map in the first one. Like, it doesn't just send you out and you have to spend like 40 hours playing it. I can tell you at the home base where you're in this like a tall apartment building where where you're buying weapons and getting your ammo and talking to like the main story people there. And there's a lot of people there, and I can definitely tell after 2 playthroughs that they wanted to do more with this game, like interact with other people within that apartment building. I could just tell that they just kind of said, well, let's not put too much on, focus too much on that. So, yeah, I think in the second one, they'll probably open that up a lot more. This game will be even better.
They already mentioned that, Gunny. In the second one, you're going to have factions that you can help. Like, you can help the military.
That's right. You can help. And all the choices you make are going to, massively affect your story.
Yeah. So, if you can, you show up and you see the water tower, and you're like, all right, I'm going to clear out the water tower for the military to come in and take it over. Or I can say, fuck it, and not help the military.
What would be even cooler though is if it was part of more of a open world, open group environment where MMO or whatever, where the more players that affected certain regions affected major turnaround. So even though your game, you're affecting this one area quite a bit, if the majority of players out there are affecting some other region, that would affect the overall world.
I'm not a big fan of that type of
cooler.
Stuff. I'm not a big fan of the MMO stuff, man. I like games that your choices matter, and if once the hive mind, it doesn't work out very well half the time. Most of the people make the stupid choices, and you're I get pissed off when that happens.
It's like Dead Orbit winning all the time.
Because I'm fuck, dude. Why is everybody they always have those games where join this group. And your group will fight the other group. For example, For Honor, they have the samurais, the knights, and the Vikings.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
everybody joined the fucking samurais in the beginning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because everybody was joining them. So everybody that joined the other teams were like, "Fuck, this team sucks. I'm gonna go join that other team," and they all switch sides. And that's how it is. Most of those games are like that. You always switch teams. Fuck that.
Yeah, I think if, especially with games like Dying Light, if you like games even it has some nods to Fallout 3. It has nods of that with when you're down in the freaking, down underground, in the sewer, shit like that, I thought was pretty cool.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, in Dying Light, when you're in the sewers. That's how you travel between areas.
Do you? Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, in the main story, you, when you travel between areas, it doesn't, let you go across the map for some weird reason.
No, it does.
This thing where it's like Fallout 3.
No, you can go across. I ran across the entire map before.
Yeah, but then there's other story missions.
You have to go.
Too.
You have to go through the tunnels. You have to go through the tunnels and
cool.
shit, and it's crazy. But anyways, guys, last game that I played, my favorite game so far of the year, best game of 2018. Ghost Recon. God of War. God of War. I finally finished it. I was able to beat Baldur. I defeated him. Spoilers. Sorry.
Good job, Jesus. Good job.
That fight.
High fives.
That at the end, that fight is fucking epic. It feels like a movie. The whole game feels like a movie. There's never a moment in the game where you're pulled out of the immersion. It's always you're in it. You're pulled into the story so good that it's even in the cutscenes, sometimes a cutscene will happen where this bad guy will show up and you're on top of a dragon and he's punching you in the face. During that cutscene, you can press L1 to block, and Kratos will actually block him. And you can press L2 and R1 to punch back, and he will actually punch the dude back. And it's fucking crazy how they've added those mechanics where you can actually control the cutscenes. There was a moment in the beginning of the game when the game first starts where the bad guy shows up, and you ensue in this big Superman fight where this dude is undefeatable. He can never die. And you keep punching him, and you keep throwing him through mountains, and you keep you drop a big ass boulder on him. You light him on fire. You shoot ice at him. You fucking stab him with an axe. You chop his arm off. He cannot die. He always heals himself. And during that that's a cutscene the way it's playing out in the beginning. But what you don't realize is that you can control Kratos in that cutscene. You can punch the dude. You can hit him. You can block. and it's so fucking crazy. Like that whole game does that. It's fucking awesome. Now they at the end of the game they unlock 2 new realms. One is the Fog Realm, and the Fog Realm is pretty cool because every time you go into it, it resets itself differently. Like different enemies will pop up, different people will pop up. Different types of enemies. Like maybe one time it'll be a troll, the next time it'll be like the witches, the next time it'll be like the little dudes with the fucking fire axes, the next time it'll be the ice people. And it's every time you go in there and every time you come back out, because you have to go in there to get like these this special shards or whatever. Like there's some kind of shit that's in there that you can only get by killing the people in there and opening the chest. And you get to like make the super special armor, they tell you. So like it's like this big like grind fest. You have to go in there, grind, run out before you die because of the fog, because the fog kills you slowly. And then it gives you all these points, and then you go back in there again, you come back out. It's just fucking epic, dude. I love that game. The end of the game was incredible too, the way like a certain person, something happens with them. And yeah, it's incredible, dude. And even the way at the end of the game they do the credits. They do the credits while you're walking back home. Like you can go back into the map or whatever to do whatever you want to do. And they're showing the credits on the side of the screen, kind of like Hellblade. When it first opens up, you see all the credits when she's rowing the boat through the canyon or whatever. And this one, as you're climbing back down the mountain, you see all the credits on the side, like of the rocks and shit, and it's fucking cool. And one more thing about this game, it actually has voice acting for the end of the game. Like at the end of the game, like Atreus, he'll be like, okay, Dad, so we finally brought Mom to the top highest peak, but there's still things to do, right? And then Kratos is like, yeah, boy. And he's like, maybe we can go kill these people, or maybe we can go do that one mission over there that we were doing before, or maybe we can go explore over here, or maybe we can go over here. And like, he's giving you all these options of what you can do and the things you can do, and it's fucking cool, man. It is cool shit. I love it. Fucking awesome.
Very well done.
Honestly, one of my favorite games, the favorite game that I played this year so far, man. I played a lot of games this year. I played Monster Hunter. I played Detroit Become Human. I played, the fuck else has released? Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Jurassic World. And this game is good. It's just good. I can't believe it, man. Fucking incredible.
Nice.
Cool.
If you haven't played God of War and you have a PlayStation 4, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Go play that shit now. Go now. Jonathan,
No!
you better have played God of War. You better have played God of War.
I know. It's gonna happen. I'll play it. Yeah, actually,
So
you won me over
good.
with that little bit. I was feeling you, Jesus. I was.
It just incredible,
You had
dude.
me.
The whole
Like,
combat,
oh, man, I want to feel that.
the whole combat, the story, the way it plays out, the things that happens with Kratos and Atreus. You see Atreus kind of grow up from like this
Is
little
it one of those
kid.
endings where you're like glad it ended, but you're like, man, I could go through that like a bit more, or this.
That's the thing, is the ending
Was it
doesn't
personal?
end. Like the game will continue. Like it'll say like, we still have things to do. We can go do these things, and it'll tell you like, go do these things. You can still do them.
Oh, that's tight.
So you can still continue doing the side missions. You can still continue doing all the other shit. The killing the Valkyries. There's these Valkyries that are like super tough. They're actually tougher than the main,
Wait.
the
So
main
have you
evil guy.
got to a point where there's nothing else to do?
No, I haven't. Like I
Oh.
said, that one area that I'm in right now, forget what it's called.
I wonder if there's ever that point.
But it's a foggy area, and that's a grindy area, man. Like you have to go in there. Like I said, you're dying slowly because of the fog. So you have to constantly run back out, and then when you run back in, there's new enemies there. There's always new enemies there.
So Jesus, what is your expectation? What do you think is going to happen when you complete everything?
I'm gonna have some badass armor, and I'm gonna kill all the Valkyries. That's my goal.
And then they're going to say, hey, let's watch some TV. You want to watch some Family Guy?
No, they're gonna be like, game is over, motherfucker. Go restart it.
Go play something else.
Yeah. Go play Spider-Man on our PlayStation. So they're gonna say.
Nice. All right, cool.
New Game Plus. That's what it is.
And they're actually gonna add a new game plus DLC to the game. They already confirmed that they're working on that. So I don't know what that means. Maybe they'll make like a super hard mode. where you get to keep your stuff, but the game will just be harder, or maybe
an extended area. Would you personally, as a player, would you rather have an extended area or a harder mode?
Extended area. Because
Okay.
I think like you can expand so much on that story. There's so many cool things that happen in that story, man. And it looks so good. That game looks so good. It's like
it's like basically like the pinnacle of what PS4 has put out so far.
it looks so fucking good. Oh man. Yeah, but that's it, guys. I had a lot of games that I played this week. I didn't know I played that much games, but I guess I did. So I'm done.
Done.
You guys done? Anything else, guys?
We're done. Anybody else?
No?
I got a quick 2.
All right. Go ahead.
Tekken 7 is fucking awesome.
Nice.
I'm not really into fighting games, but I just needed something different since I kind of gave up on UFC. That and also Wildlands. That is the game that I keep going back to, kind of playing. Not the hardcore ranked, but that's one thing I want to get into. Maybe ranked, because they have seasons, and the new season just started. But it's like one of those games where you really have to have 4 good equally players to play ranked, because I don't want my rank to fuck up because somebody else's mistake.
Right, just
that's
like
how I
Siege,
feel about
they
like
added
yours.
that for a reason.
It's really difficult because if you have a shitty player, and last night we actually found a noob. He's like level 7, but he's been getting like 6, 7, 8 kills just because he's been playing Siege. So he switched from Siege to Wildlands. He was like, dude, this is way easier compared to Siege.
He knows
He's been
just game strategy. That's why.
Yeah, he's been just kicking ass, and we recruited him. And
Lame.
but it's
Lame.
finally prestige. And one more good thing is I got the Echelon character, which is the Splinter Cell, and he's got a special ability. Since each character has a special ability, he was one of the most difficult one to get, since you actually had to buy him for $10 or earn prestige points, which you only get after you prestige the first time. So it's 8,000 points, and it takes a while, almost like 40 levels to get him.
Yes.
And once you get him, it's a totally different game. I thought that Crossbow was my favorite, but this guy is really, really badass.
I want a new Splinter Cell game, man. Those games are so fucking cool.
I know.
I want the GoldenEye game.
They're fucking cool, man.
GoldenEye's good.
But those 2 are the only games I've been playing as well.
Awesome.
Just easy.
Awesome. Well, guys and girls, we're going to go take a quick break real quick. We'll be right back after the break, and we're going to talk about news and stuff. Lots of news this week, so stay tuned for that. Enjoy the music. We'll be back in about a minute or so. Bye.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/horriblegamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
And we're back from our break, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some news. Big news talk this week. Bethesda's news, actually. Bethesda is now suing Warner Brothers for a blatant ripoff of Fallout Shelter by Westworld mobile game. So pretty much what happened was the lawsuit was filed in Maryland U.S. District Court, and it alleges that Westworld has the same or highly similar game design, art style, animations, features, and other gameplay elements as Fallout Shelter. For a quote, it says, pretty much that Warner Brothers made the game with a company called Behavior.
Behavior Interactive.
And Behavior is the same team that Bethesda contracted to work on Fallout Shelter solely for use by Bethesda. It says,
Behavior
quote,
also really fucked up a 40k game called Eternal Crusade. So no, yeah, seriously fucked that one up.
It says here, under the agreement, all behavior work product of any kind, including code, designs, artwork, layouts, and other assets and materials for Fallout Shelter were authored and owned by Bethesda from the beginning, ab initio, from the beginning as works made for hire. It says here, to bring the Westworld mobile game to market, Behavior and Warner Brothers utilized Bethesda's intellectual property without authorization to develop a mobile game with the same or substantially similar gameplay experience as provided by the copyrighted Fallout Shelter mobile game. In so doing, Behavior breached its contract with Bethesda and utilized its restricted access to Bethesda's intellectual property, including Bethesda's copyrighted code, trade secrets, and other rights to compress its development timeline, reduce cost, and quickly bring the Westworld mobile game to market and offer players the widely popular gameplay experience found in Fallout Shelter. The unlawful use of Fallout Shelter's design, gameplay, and copyrighted computer source code allowed Behavior and Warner Brothers to develop a mobile game with features and similar gameplay to those in Fallout Shelter. And it says here, the Westworld game is a blatant ripoff of Fallout Shelter, working with the same copyrighted computer code used by Fallout Shelter. Westworld has the same or highly similar game design, art style, animations, features, and other gameplay elements as Fallout Shelter, all of which is owned by Bethesda. So, if you have that Westworld game, or if you don't have it, you may want to download it right now, because if they win the lawsuit, that game goes off the market, and you're going to have a phone that's worth like $1,000 or something.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, fuck that company. I don't know. I normally wouldn't, I would be on the fence, but just because of previous history with that company, yeah, Behavior feels like they suck.
I mean, the Fallout Shelter is a fun game. I just can't believe that Westworld, they would hire the same company to make a mobile game for them, and they make the exact same game almost. That just seems stupid,
especially
right?
When they worked on that game, it's like, hey, look, maybe we can use some of these same tools that we help Bethesda with. And when the game has the same bugs as Fallout Shelter, yeah, it's they're going to lose
funny.
this case.
Bugs.
That's very
funny shit.
So we'll see what happens with that lawsuit. I mean, I think they're probably going to lose the case, and yeah. I mean, if it's owned by Bethesda, right, they have the rights to their code, they have the rights to all their style of gameplay. I mean, if they copyrighted that style of gameplay, then no one should be able to copy that without their permission.
Right. Yeah, and here's the other thing too is, let's say, I think obviously Bethesda's going to win this. Damages, money-wise, what's that going to cost, right? The game gets shut down. But I can see other developers not working with Behavior.
I mean, look at Behaviors. If you look
they're digging their own grave.
Yeah, I mean, look at Behavior. Look up like Warhammer 40K Eternal Crusade. It was like their Warhammer game, and they way overhyped it on what it could deliver, and they ended up changing it to a free-to-play model, and just like they completely fucked it over. It sucked. I was actually following that game. It was supposed to come out on consoles. Never came out on consoles.
It's got mostly negative reviews on Steam. I saw that.
No, completely. So it's that same company. So it sucks for them. I mean, yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
In other news, State of Decay 2 news was State of Decay 2 was the best-selling game in last month according to the United States. It beat out God of War and Detroit Become Human. And a big surprise, State of Decay 2 in May was the best-selling game in the market in general.
$30.
It says here that it could have been because of the Game Pass. A lot of people have been streaming the game, have been talking about it, have been telling their friends about it, have been promoting it. Microsoft has been heavily promoting the game. At E3, they promoted it quite a bit. And so, yeah, they're saying that it could be that people are willing to spend the money to play with their friends on Game Pass. But, yeah, apparently the game has now surpassed over 2 million players in less than 2 weeks.
Well, it says game sales, but is there, and there's no microtransactions. It's just the Game Pass is helping in the purchase of the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. It sounds like this Game Pass is working out.
Apparently, according to them, God of War was number 2 and Detroit Become Human was number 3, even though Detroit Become Human was Sony's exclusive, releasing in May. Another good news, Sony's PlayStation 4, Microsoft's Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch all achieved all-time unit sales high for a month of May. So pretty much, like, they've sold the most consoles they've ever sold in May last month. All the systems did. So they all did pretty damn good for sales. No sales on exactly how many consoles were sold by each company, but we can assume they were pretty high. Pretty high.
Graduation gifts.
Yeah. It's actually probably a good idea. Yeah, a lot of graduation gifts, right? Like,
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
oh, you're right.
What am I going to do all summer? I need to play video games.
Oh, Mom, I'm going to college. I need a console. My friends want me to play games.
We want to play Fortnite.
In other news, with the recent launch of Fortnite Battle Royale on Nintendo Switch, Sony's reluctance to allow crossplay has again become a hot topic. Pretty much before, it was with Rocket League. Rocket League kind of put a little bit of pressure on them, but Rocket League wasn't nearly as big as Fortnite. So it kind of died off, right? People kind of forgot about it. But recently, with the newly updated version of Minecraft now available for Switch, it has enabled crossplay with the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch. Apparently, Nintendo has released an ad for Minecraft on the Switch, which is showing players play with people on Xbox as well, and is showing achievements pop up for the Xbox platform as well. So, like, if you own the Switch and you play Minecraft and you have an Xbox account, you're going to get achievements either way, if you play on your Xbox or if you play on your Switch. And apparently, if you've been paying attention to Twitter, Nintendo of America actually tweeted to Xbox this week, "Hey, at Xbox, since we can play together in Minecraft, did you want to build something?"
Yeah, I retweeted that. It did a lot of...
And then,
so cool.
And then the Xbox team tweeted out, like, "Yeah, I guess our bodies are ready. What do you want to build?" They've been doing that for a couple weeks now. The week before that, it was the UK Xbox team tweeting to the Nintendo Switch team, "Hey, do you want to play some Fortnite?"
I can't wait till like 5 years from now when we can look back at this time and be like, man, wasn't it stupid when we fucking couldn't like cross-platform play?
Oh yeah,
like, that was just, yeah, that was dumb. So
one thing that I can see that people, that the developers are worried about is like losing the sales, right? Like losing the cost of sales. But
okay, so the one person that was working for Sony that like quit or whatever, and said like his insider tip or whatever was like, Sony was like, we don't want to, like, why would we want to allow someone to play another thing that didn't buy something from, pay for it to play on Sony? And it's just like they're not getting it. It's I could buy my copy of Destiny, for either system, but the one I buy for the PlayStation is going to have whatever exclusive Sony throws at me. I get Sony's interface, I get Sony's controller, and I go into the fucking Destiny and I just rock it through through PlayStation. But
what I'm saying is, like, if everything becomes crossplay, it'll reach a point where people are going to say, "I only want to buy one copy of the game and play it on everything."
Well, I know, but say, okay, so in the future, say cross-platform play happened and No Man's Sky was all of a sudden cross-platform play. What system would you buy it on? Would you buy it on
Xbox?
PlayStation? Yeah, I mean, is it because of the controller? Is it because of
all my friends are there?
Okay, so.
But if it's cross-platform play, right, then I would buy it on the best console that it runs the best on, which is right now the Xbox.
And another thing I look at too with this newly formed friendship between Nintendo and Xbox is, what if we just find out that this holiday or next E3 they say, guess what, you could play on the Xbox. And, it'll be something like Splatoon 2, and you could play with Nintendo players, or whatever that other Battle Royale game that's popular.
I mean, I just know some players who just like the PlayStation controller way more than the Xbox controller. Because they've been playing PlayStation all this time. So, to them, to get on a Destiny network and play with a PlayStation controller could be monumental compared to playing with the Xbox controller. It's basically your preference to that point.
Yeah.
But, and on whatever exclusives they throw at you, which I think would be freaking awesome in the future. Like, say, okay, I mean, okay, sorry guys, the only example I give is Titanfall, but, so like on Titanfall, if I was playing, like, loaded up on my Xbox and I was playing, and if I saw the exact same Titan I use, but with like a PlayStation 4 exclusive skin, I would totally want to just like bombastic over there and just kick his ass, but... You know, and vice versa. I would expect that. So I think it would. Yeah. It would be like friendly competition. I think it would be rad to have. I just, you know, I'm glad that all this flack is coming. It's coming like very friendly too. It's not like it's not like a negative driven like Sony, why are you fucking up? It's like, hey, look, this is going on. You can actually be part of this too if you just like agree with it.
Yeah, it seems intentional, this whole tweet, but I love it, you know?
Yeah.
So
hey, one day. Oh shoot! And even that Destiny, it was so like the Xbox like VP. Remember, he put out that tweet like a week ago. That was like, "Hey, would you like to see Destiny be cross-platform play between Xbox, PC, and PS4?" And it was just some random tweet, and like, you know, he basically put up a, you know, it was a voter thing or whatever. It was a poll, and
probably from Mikey Barra.
It was Mikey Barra, yeah.
He does things like that.
He was kind of instigating it too, and just like, you know, it's coming.
And I replied to his tweet, and I was like, if Sony and Activision could dislike this, they would.
Yeah,
just the truth, man. Funny. They were probably Activision, you know, because Activision makes a lot of money off of Destiny being exclusive to PlayStation. They don't give a shit. They're making money. They're getting paid by Sony for having that.
Well, okay, so those companies, they're the ones that, okay, so I guess at the same time they have the most of risk because, you know, if cross-platform play happened, then you theoretically would only have to buy it on one system.
Yeah, exactly. You only buy one copy of the game.
But then also they could be bought out for exclusive. So all of a sudden Sony was like, hey, you know, we'll throw you an extra percentage for all the companies, the copies they sell on ours, but if you guys make an exclusive a couple exotic swords and an exotic helmet that is just Sony exclusive. And then Xbox will be, hey, we'll throw you this much money if you throw in these exclusives for Xbox. You know, here's a couple.
But that's the thing. I don't think people are going to be wanting that. I think people are going to, if everything goes cross-play, they're going to want to buy the game on one system and be able to play it on anything.
I know, but there's going to be a price to pay. And I think in that, it's going to be exclusives. Exclusive content.
I think the way Fortnite does it is the best way to do it. Just offer a bunch of microtransactions that carry over.
Okay. I mean,
fuck the exclusivity shit. Just say, fuck it. If you buy a skin on this platform, it works on all your accounts, on everything.
I think exclusives is what's going to win over those major console VPs, though. But
I don't know, man. It's going to have a lot to lose. I know Alan was going to say something about this.
No, I was just going to say it's kind of unfair to us, especially, well, not for me, since I only play on Xbox, but anyone that has multiple systems, they're being forced by... I'm not sure who's exactly forced them to buy it on each platform where, you know, is this the PlayStation or the developers? Because developers are still going to get more money. It doesn't matter which console I get it from. It just sucks that I have to buy it 3 times now. That's what they're getting away with.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, what's the way to solve that? Okay, they say, okay, we're going to sell you one copy and you can play on anything. It works on everything. If you buy this copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, you can play it on everything. What do they have to do for that? Do they have to increase the price of the game? Say, fuck it, a game is now going to be $90 instead of $60?
I don't think it's going to be a game that's going to be allowed on any platform. I think it's going to be a platform game that's allowed on any network. So basically, like if I bought a copy of Titanfall 2, you know, or Titanfall 3 or whatever, I could log on.
That's the next step,
put
right?
Me to like the network of no matter it could be Switch, PC, or Xbox or PS4 or PS5 or whatever.
So you still have to buy the copies of the game, but you can play it on anything.
System, but if I buy it on PS4, I might get like some extra content that I would get. I mean, that's basically what I would expect.
I feel like
I'm not buying a bunch of copies of like a game. I would never buy like a copy of like Battlefield 5 on my PS4 and then another copy of Battlefield 5 on my Xbox. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, well,
but if there's cross-platform, I wouldn't need to, right? If there's
Honor, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Destiny 2,
that's you, Jonathan. That's you.
I think the solution to this would be the best way to link your account like Ubisoft has. You buy a game, link it with your account no matter which system it goes to, like PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. As long as there should be some kind of link to it.
Because Ubisoft does that pretty good. Ubisoft already does it where, like, if right now my PS4 is linked to my Ubisoft account, which is linked to my Xbox, where, like, if I play a Ubisoft game on my PS4 or on my Xbox, all the rewards and the stupid coins and the shit, it all goes to the same account, right? Like, it all goes
to your Uplay, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but that should be also involved where it comes to crossplay. Like, you buy a game, you have an account for it, and then that account
like, hey, you bought the season pass. You bought the season pass for this game. Fuck it, the season pass will work on the other console too if you want to play on that.
Yeah.
Well, like Brent was saying, since he's, and I think even Jonathan was saying it a little bit as well, is he has these multiple copies on different systems because, hey, I have these set of friends on the PS4 community. I have these friends over here on Xbox. And like Brent used that great example. Like every year, I know that the next Battlefield 5, I'm gonna buy it on Xbox, and I'm also gonna buy it on PC because I have friends over there too that I like to enjoy it with. So. But it'd be nice if we could just buy the season pass.
It'd be nice if we could just buy one fucking copy of the game and everybody plays together, so you don't have to buy multiple copies. So like,
simple.
If I buy fucking Battlefield 5 on my Xbox, I can play with Jonathan because he bought his stupid copy on the PlayStation, and he doesn't have to buy 10 different copies. He could just be like, hold on, let me go turn on my PS4 so I could play Battlefield 5 with you guys. And then he turns it on, and we're like, invite Jonathan, and Jonathan pops into our game, even though we're on Xbox.
How's it going?
He jumps into our game, and he can chat with us, and he can be there with us. The only difference is, make it simple. Have a little icon next to the name that says the PlayStation logo, just next to his name, or the Xbox logo next to my name.
What Paladins is
what Paladins does. A Switch logo next to this person's name, a PC logo next to this person's name, and that's the fix. That's why cross-platform is important. That way Jonathan doesn't have to buy multiple copies, right? Because he wouldn't have to, because he would just have to. I guess that answers my own question, right? You wouldn't have to buy multiple copies. You would just buy one.
Get him buy it anyways.
Yeah, he would. He'd be all fucking.
I know. I'll just buy multiple copies anyways.
Yeah.
Why did you buy 2 copies, Jonathan? No, I thought you needed the 2 copies.
I like the blue box. The green box.
Collector's edition in it. Yeah.
In other news, the Crackdown series creator reportedly is no longer involved with Crackdown 3. Dave Jones, the creator of Crackdown series, he's the creator of the series, is no longer involved with the Crackdown 3. According to a report from Polygon, Jones left his role crafting the game earlier this year when Epic Games announced it had acquired CloudGene, a company Jones founded and which is also providing the cloud computing brains behind Crackdown's 3 main attraction, its detailed destructible environments. Jones now serves as a director of cloud and esports strategies at Epic. So he's working on Fortnite esports. From the moment Crackdown 3 was announced, Microsoft emphasized the incredible detailed way in which cloud computing would enhance the game's destructible environment. As Polygon pointed out, Epic's acquisition of CloudGene raises questions about the tech behind the cloud-powered physics. In an interview during E3, Polygon spoke with Matt Booty, head of Microsoft Studios, on the topic, and Booty confirmed the destruction promise with Crackdown 3's multiplayer mode is still a part of the game. However, he didn't elaborate on the tools Microsoft is using. He said, quote, I'm not going to get into the actual technical breakdown. Let's just say that we've got access to a great infrastructure, and the game's got some great tech in it, and we're going to put those two together in a way that makes the most sense, end quote. So pretty much, the guy who created Crackdown is no longer working on Crackdown. He's working on Fortnite.
The Cloud Master has moved on.
Well, not just the Cloud Master. This dude is the dude who made Crackdown from the beginning.
He lost it.
And he was the brains behind the tech.
He's a crack man.
The crack man left. I mean, who knows? Personally, I think the game is done. I think the game is going to be shit. I honestly do. I think that no one's going to buy this game when it releases. It's going to be such a flop that they're going to be like, we're never going to make another Crackdown. I really do.
Man, That game just needs to hold off and become the next big 100 player battle royale, cloud based Spectre.
I just don't think. I think they've dragged it on way too long, man. It's just to the point where you can only do this shit if you're Hideo Kojima. You can only delay a game so long if you're him. You know what I mean? Hideo Kojima can show Death Stranding for the next 5 E3s and people would still be hyped for that game. This game doesn't have that pedigree. It doesn't. I never heard anybody say, I thought Crackdown and Crackdown 1 and 2 were the best games ever made. I can't wait for a third one. I've never heard that, except for Wingman.
Yeah.
Except for Wingman. Now,
Wingman's the only person I've ever heard say
that. I do have a couple things to say, just from watching that trailer from E3 with Crackdown 3, and mostly negative. Sorry, Wingman, I know you're probably screaming right now at your phone.
He is.
But the Terry Crews, a little too over the top. Just the constant screaming. I thought, okay, this is not funny, if it's meant to be funny or to excite me for the game, it's really not. I like Terry Crews. Matter of fact, I even subscribe to him on YouTube. I think he's a great personality.
He's a funny
very
dude.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
And from what they showed at E3, I'm like, is this Saints Row 4? Oh, I guess it's Crackdown 3 we're watching. And I know they're in that same world. They're in the same...
Not the same world.
If you play Crackdown 1 and 2, you probably like Saints Row 2 and 3 and 4. But I thought, can I just see something different, See something that's going to get me excited for this in February, at least?
I'm not even excited. Even though I have Game Pass, I'm I'll play it because of that, but I would never buy the game. I wouldn't. If they said this wasn't coming to Game Pass, no one would play this when it releases.
It's obvious they're just holding off for, a lot of this would be we only see what we see at E3, but no, Gamescom. Xbox shows a lot of shit at Gamescom. Is that, November, December,
October?
Something like that? Yeah. And so they'll be showing off a lot more of that there, I'm sure. So we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I'm sure, it'll be on Game Pass and I'll play it, but I just want to see how it's going to be different from 2.
I don't know, man. I'm not hyped for it at all. My hype died for this game last year.
I think that's important because I think the game might be good, but I think people are just I think the Xbox fans need a huge game that can compare to PlayStation monsters like God of War.
Yeah,
and I think that is just a high standard that they're trying to get this. This game might be just okay, fun to play.
Well, they are. They got that new studio in Santa Monica now.
You're not going to see shit from that studio.
We won't see anything for the next couple of years.
Yeah,
you might see
next 3 years at least.
Yeah, but they are doing
Crackdown
that. But this is not one of them.
Might be a good game.
Yeah,
it's just not.
It doesn't compare, right? Yeah, it doesn't compare to God of War or The Last of Us 2 or Spider-Man or maybe even Detroit Become Human. It just doesn't compare to those games, the polish and the level of storytelling and immersion that they're going for in those games. You're right. It doesn't compare, and they can't. And I think the only reason they haven't canceled this game is because they canceled Scalebound. They canceled the Fable game. They canceled all that other bullshit. They canceled a bunch of games, dude. Can you imagine if they would have said, oh, yeah, we're also canceling Crackdown 3? People would have been like, what the fuck, Phil? What the fuck?
Why would they want to cancel this
completely,
game?
Yeah.
You want to keep the community going, and I'm sure they're just checking the boxes here. Hey, the community's asking for a third one. Can we just spit one out,
But why would they cancel this game?
Because the game was shit. Last year, they were going to release this game last year, Alan. And when they showed the gameplay at E3, the people were like, this is bad. So they legitimately said,
what was bad about it? Because I honestly don't think
people said
the game.
People said the gameplay was just bad. The game looked bad. It ran bad. It played bad. It was just not fun. It was boring. So they straight told that, and the developer, what I'm glad is that they actually listened, and they were like, okay, fuck it, let's delay it. And they delayed it till this year, spring of this year, and then spring of this year came, they delayed it again to the fall of this year, then they delayed it again to the beginning of next year.
Did they show any new footage of the game?
Just a trailer, just a trailer.
And again, in my opinion, it just looked like Saints Row 4, okay, that's
but it can be the other effect of everybody was excited
for the game.
Well, for example, for Sea of Thieves, I'm still excited to play that game, but that game kind of turned out to be
shit. shit.
Well,
for
I don't
us.
want to say that.
Whatever.
But
It was not. It's not what they promised us, man. Like
It's what they promised.
Microsoft is not delivering what Sony delivers.
Promise. That's a millennial term if I ever heard
But
one.
okay.
Shut the fuck up.
But you're also comparing
It's totally a millennial
two
term. You're
different
right.
games. You have like a movie with a little bit of action that you can control
No,
versus
God of War has a lot.
multiplayer.
No, God of War has a lot of action you can control.
No. But it's how simple it is to make versus what
How the
CFC
fuck you mean
is.
it's simple to make? The detail, level of detail in God of War, the destruction of
I
the
know, but
enemies and
add a
shit.
second character to it, they will have to probably lose a lot of it. If you had like a co-op option,
You
they will
have a
to
little
lose
kid with you.
I'm sorry?
You have that little
but
kid with
actual-
you.
No, but actual second person
A
playing
real
the game.
player.
Like another
a-
player? Okay,
Yeah,
that
they will
doesn't
have
make
to
sense
lose
because
lot
it's a
of
single
that
player game.
Because they're not... I'm sorry?
It doesn't make sense because it's a single player game.
No, and that's why this game is beautiful, because it's a single player game. Like, there's a lot more going into a game.
But you're telling
when
me,
it
okay,
involves multiple characters.
okay,
The
so
C technology.
so how-
the destructions.
okay, so how does State of Decay 2 have all those missions left and right, constant missions popping up, constant things to do, constant fucking enemies popping up, raids coming on your base, a lot of people, like attacking your base, people that turn against you, people that steal your shit.
But what's the
How does-
quality of the
how does it
visual
have that?
compared to...
How does it have that and Sea of Thieves doesn't?
But because they're focusing on different... They're actually giving
The
you
fuck
an
are they
objective.
focusing on? The
Here,
water?
you
The only
create
thing
your
they
own
seem to
objective.
focus on is the fucking water.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
The only thing they seem to focus on is the fucking water.
And it's great,
is awesome.
but there's so much to it. The game is actually jump in there, actually can have fun and forget what you were doing. But the thing is, I'm not saying nothing bad about God of War. I'm like negative about it. It's just a single player game. I can see you can invest a lot more to it. We have to control a multiplayer game. There's more things going on at the same time.
I just don't think that the level of gameplay that Sony is delivering with the single player experiences, not even just God of War. Let's take, for example, The Last of Us 2. What we saw at E3 for the gameplay of that shit looked epic, dude. It looked fucking good. Spider-Man
That scene under
2.
the car with Ellie.
Oh my god, dude.
and
Spider-Man
shoot that
looked
dude in the knee
fucking
and
good.
just fucking dudes up was pretty awesome.
Like the way she stabbed that dude in the neck and slit his throat open, that shit looked like a real person getting his fucking neck sliced open. The way that Spider-Man looked with the fucking web slinging through the city and shit, and
Yeah.
I agree with you,
Oh,
but I'm just
man.
saying you lose a lot more when you invest in multiplayer. Like multiplayer games take a lot more.
You can't get too
well,
many
maybe
Spider-Mans.
Microsoft
Maybe
shouldn't be
one.
making. Maybe
Yeah, I mean,
Microsoft
that's
should
how
stop
it
focusing so much on
If the game
multiplayer
was
games.
a multiplayer game with multiple characters, like playable characters, like it feels like game where 4 of you guys can play together. The game will not look probably the same.
I'm just saying that they maybe should stop focusing on making these multiplayer games and make some good single player games, because that's what the people seem to want. Because those games are selling Sony consoles.
Well, certain people.
What do you mean
want
certain
one.
people? Most people that have a PlayStation say they bought the PlayStation because of The Last of Us, because of God of War, because of Horizon Zero Dawn, because The Last of Us
Yes.
2 is coming,
But
because Spider-Man
after-
is coming,
How long are those
because
games?
they're fucking long, man. Like Horizon is
For
like a
example,
30-hour game. God of War is like a 30-hour game.
Okay, after
Detroit
60
is like
hours,
15
What
hours.
other games do you play on your PlayStation?
Recently I got Infamous Second Son. That's like a 15-hour, 20-hour game. There's Ratchet and Clank. I got on there like
And it seems the
10-hour
PlayStation
game.
is a good device for you, but there are people that just crave and need multiplayer games.
But there is multiplayer games on the PlayStation. That's my point. They have the multiplayer too. They have the
there
Call
are
of Duties.
games on Xbox as well. Witcher, like when it came out, everybody was talking about it's not a first what do you call it, Xbox exclusive, but still it's a great game. When it came out, another option that you can play on the Xbox. Like Xbox is not.
Yeah,
A
well, they
system
had
that
that
doesn't
Witcher 2
have-
Xbox edition, I think.
But it's not like the Xbox doesn't have a single player games. They're just not Xbox exclusive.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying Microsoft needs to step up their game. And I think they will. I think a lot of the games that we're going to see coming out, for example, out of like that Initiative studio in Santa Monica, I think we're going to see some great single-player experiences from those games. And they're probably going to have multiplayer components to them, but I think they're going to be focused heavily on single-player storytelling.
Yeah.
I think that's good. And Jonathan, what the fuck is going on over there? You got like a fan going on?
Rolling a doobie, bro.
What are you playing over there? What the fuck? Look at him. He's like over there tripping out.
He can't hear us.
Can you hear us, Jonathan?
No, I look like he's putting batteries in his controller.
I think his Connect is picking up the mic or something.
Oh, right. He's using Connect.
That's what he's
doing. No frapping.
Fucking Connect. Making you damn noise. But anyways, guys, in other news, Nintendo Switch may be getting more video games via the cloud. So recently, they got that game Resident Evil, right, on in the cloud. So pretty much like you stream the game to your Switch. That's how you play it. So I thought that was kind of weird. Jonathan, what do you have going on over there, man? What the fuck?
Was it Resident Evil 2? Or no, it's 7. I do want to play 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
See, I might get that for the Switch.
But it's via the cloud. The best experience is honestly going to be on your PlayStation or your Xbox One or your PC. It's not going to be nearly as good on the Switch. But yeah, so there's that. You actually pay $18 for 180 days of access. So there's that. If you want to play on the Switch, Gunny, you have to rent the game.
Yeah, and it does say here another challenge is. Well, it says here, some players of the cloud version of Capcom's Resident Evil 7 has said the gameplay's quality is jerky.
Told you. So, yeah, I would say...
So it may not be the best or a good experience.
Because you got to think about it, they're streaming that off of like a computer somewhere or something into your Switch, and then it's kind of weird.
But I didn't want to pay $30 for it, so...
Just pay the $30. You'll be better off.
It was on sale for $30.
Better experience that way. You could probably find it used at GameStop for like $20 or something. But anyways, the Capcom, the maker of Mega Man and all those games, saying they might bring these games to the Switch via the cloud. So Monster Hunter might come to the Switch via the cloud. Jonathan, I'm going to fucking kick you from this call, dude. What the hell's going on over there?
We can't mute him, can we?
I'm dead. I had to mute myself.
Hold on, I'm going to kick him from the call. I'll have him call me back. Anyways... and another news. Let's move on here to some more news. Pokemon. What the fuck is this? Pokemon
Arrest.
Wow. Okay.
What?
So father and grown son were arrested. Hold on, guys. After
allegedly
a Pokemon Go fight. A 71-year-old man and his adult son were arrested for allegedly assaulting another player they claim had stolen their gym and threw a Gatorade bottle at their car. The father, Robert Matuzzi, tracked down the man and then allegedly chucked back the Gatorade bottle, hitting him in the face. All three men reportedly got into a fight. According to the St. Louis Post, the incident was captured on a video by a bystander, and the paper described what unfollowed. Said a bystander took video of the encounter and caught Robert Matuzzi holding the victim down while his son hit the victim's head and face several times.
Where was this?
St. Louis.
That's where I'm at.
the victim suffered cuts to his face, a traumatic eye injury, and a broken fingertip. The elder Matuzzi and his 31-year-old son Angelo are now facing third-degree assault charges. This is all off of a Pokemon Go, man. This shit is causing problems in the country. What's going on, guys?
What is a gym?
So
how do you?
Okay, so Pokemon Go. You start off. You pick a team. So you either Team Valor. That's the one I joined. That's the only reason I know the name. The other team there's a yellow team and a blue team. They have different names, right? The red team is Team Valor. Anyways, so I'm Team Valor, right? And I could see, I can open up Pokemon Go on my phone. And I could zoom out and see my city. And in my city, I'll see different gyms. They're different corners. They're placed around the city or whatever, in different areas. Usually a landmark or a library or a mall or a store. There'll be a gym there. And that gym will be a certain color.
It's been a while, yeah.
It'll be a certain color. It'll be yellow. It'll be blue. It'll be red. And if it's another color that's not your team, you can go there and decide to battle the other gym member. You can battle them. And, yeah. And this is Jonathan back.
That's crazy.
Jonathan, mute yourself, you fucking loud-ass motherfucker. What do you have with you have a fan going on? What the hell is that noise?
Oh, I do.
You do have a fan. Turn that shit off.
Okay, fine. Then I can get all hot.
It doesn't matter. This is sacrifice.
What if I start sweating?
I knew it. I knew he had a fan. That's why I kicked you from the call. Thank you for coming back.
Abusive behavior. I don't know if I can work in these conditions.
But yeah, that's what happens, Gunny. So these guys apparently lost their gym to this other dude, and
that's crazy. He tracked him down, so it's probably like he just chased him down, him and his son. And even one of the comments here,
weird,
from just a person that read the article, they do not know you can. No, you can just steal a gym right back, right? Obviously, they didn't.
Are you guys talking
it's not
about
even that
Cobra Kai?
inconvenient if you're sitting right there.
No,
people
we're talking
are
about
fucking
Pokemon
nuts.
Go. Yeah, people are crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Be careful when you're playing Pokemon Go. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Don't steal anybody else's gym.
Girls.
You might get.
In other news,
Gatorade bottle in the face.
Microsoft has decided to skip on Xbox VR for Xbox One X owners. Apparently, speaking to certain sources, pretty much Xbox team said, "Look, we're not going to do VR. We're just."
You know why? I can tell you why. Haven't you read the article? Because we're not asking for it. The community is not asking for it.
Did you guys just not hear? I was playing a game about VR boobs earlier. It's awesome.
See, in PlayStation,
like, I don't know what the hell Xbox is missing out on. This is great. It was like $14.99, and there's like VR boobs everywhere when I sit down. It's
See, this is the reason why
Xbox an experience
users don't want this crap.
Well, it sucks to be you.
If I want boobs, I'll go to a certain website, okay?
Well, I mean, I reckon just go down the street to the, I can even get a beer wine there. It's pretty awesome, but yeah.
I mean, they said that they're not even going to like unlock the option for people that already own VRs, like the PC VRs, to work on the console. They're just not. They're not worried about it. They said they're like, we don't.
It sucks. I mean, I was just kind of bummed because I wanted.
Because I remember that when they announced the Xbox One X, like that E3 before it came out, the dude from Bethesda came on stage and talked about how the Xbox One X was the system that they could do Fallout VR on, like real VR.
I mean, even some of there's like a Call of Duty VR experience and there's a Star Wars VR experience on the on the PSVR. But if Xbox got involved, also those companies would have much more incentive to make those like a full-fledged game on both systems.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer on that end because there is, I mean, even still today, there's some experiences that I feel bad that like Xbox players can't play like that, like the Star Wars. When you turn around and see like R2-D2 repairing your shit,
that was really cool. It feels good.
It feels so different. It's an experience that's not like any other video game experience. So
especially like with horror games, like if you play that in VR, man, that shit is really scary because you feel alone. You feel like you're there alone. You know what I mean?
They just announced that I get Exorcist game.
Like you're not looking.
I don't know if I could do that.
Like I mean,
would scream like a school
video games are scary when you're looking at a TV. Like it could be scary, like Resident Evil and shit like that. Like Alien Isolation could be tense and very scary. But when you're in the VR, and you actually that if you turn your head to the right, something might just pop up, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta turn my head to the right," and then you turn, and sure enough, something is right there. Like you're like, "Oh shit," like it's just. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I understand Xbox's position, but it's a bummer they went that way about it.
It was just a waste.
There's a lot of cool games that could happen between now and then.
Waste of money.
I know they're for AR. Yeah.
Yeah. In other news, Microsoft and Razer might be working on a new Xbox keyboard and mouse partnership. According to some sources. Support for the keyboard and mice would open up Xbox to a far larger array of video games, potentially many, since games like Age of Empires might be coming to the Xbox. Minecraft, the Bedrock version, already supports mouse and keyboard on the Xbox One, but so far that's it. Earlier in the year, Microsoft spoke to developers about its plans for keyboard and mouse support on the Xbox One. Leaked documents we've recently received detail how Microsoft was at least planning to bring a mouse support to the April update of the Xbox Dev Kit. And pretty much they've recently shown off a Razer Turret keyboard and mouse peripheral in partnership with Razer. So this is like a sofa-friendly, like on your lap mouse and keyboard type thing that you can use to play games on your couch. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I can't see that
getting a lot of hype, but I know I've said it before. Go play on your PC if you want to play with mouse and keyboard. But
no, I don't. Well, that's good for me because I don't want to fucking get a PC. So like, you know, like Dawn of War or whatever, you know, or World of War. No, I wouldn't mind putting those on my console. That, you know, they're definitely PC driven games.
It would be for a very small audience, I think. Like, oh yeah, I'm playing.
Well, also it would
RPG.
kind of eliminate. I know whenever there's been the talk of cross-platform play between like PC and like Xbox, they're like, whatever, mouse and keyboard would have an advantage, and you're like, I still don't think that's a thing, but at least that would kind of eliminate that. Because all of a sudden, because whatever, fuck it, I would totally fuck it. On Titanfall 2, give me a mouse and keyboard to go up against, I will fuck them up. But yeah, like so yeah, it's awesome. But you know, you'll have like the PC players either having like the mouse and keyboard or controllers, and then you also have the Xbox having the same. So it'll kind of eliminate that whole stigma. That'd be cool.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Fuck your mouse and keyboard.
In other news, guys, we have, let's see here. Fortnite PS4 bundle has been leaked at just the right time. Pretty much a new Fortnite PlayStation 4 bundle has been leaked, and it shows Fortnite. You get a copy of Fortnite. On top of the copy of Fortnite, the bundle will also include the original Save the World mode. So, like, you're going to be able to get that. You don't have to pay for that. It would also give you an exclusive skin and 500 V-Bucks. The bundle is due out July 16th. And, yeah, so pretty much if you're interested in playing Fortnite on your PlayStation 4.
So they get access to a free-to-play game. And the game that should have been free-to-play by this time anyways.
Value
$40. fucking Save the World. It should have been free by now anyway.
It should have been, yeah. They said they were going to release it this year, right? So
yeah. Fuck those guys. Yeah, that's fucking. I was holding off for that too. It's fucking.
Not anymore. They're going to keep that going, you know.
Yeah.
Come get your $40 copy to play Battle Royale.
Have you guys played the new mode in Fortnite, the 20 versus 20 versus 20 versus 20?
No,
there's a
versus 50.
No, they have a new mode where it's 5 teams of 20 players each, and you're all fighting against each other. Royale. Yeah, it's fucking cool, weird. Yeah, so
like PUBG has.
Yeah.
PUBG ones are cool. I like watching those on Twitch, so that would be interesting.
Only
to see
if PUBG would run good on my Xbox, I would play it more. In other news, dun dun dun. Xbox Project Scarlet. Microsoft is focusing on improving frame rates and launch times. Dun, dun, dun. So pretty much at E3 2018 Xbox conference or Xbox showcase, Phil Spencer said, yeah, look, we're working on the next console. It's like halfway done. We're doing it. It's going. Which was a big surprise to everybody because the Xbox One X launched 7 months ago. Literally.
Yeah.
So people are like, what the fuck? I just paid $500 for this console. You're fucking telling me that next year the new one is coming out already? Oh, man. People were pissed. But anyways, they said, yeah, we're working on it. Pretty much, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, the platforms launched in 2013. Most people thought that they were going to get new consoles by 2016, 2017, which we didn't get fully new consoles, but we got like half-step versions, right? Like we got the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. But now apparently these are going to be like full-blown next-gen consoles. Like these are the PS5.
The next iteration will be
the Xbox Phil Spencer box.
These cutscenes are going to be gameplay. It's going to be awesome. I can't
Phil
wait.
Spencer's Xbox One. That's what it's going to be called.
What will it be? What will it have? I mean,
the Philly one.
It's going to have his signature in the front. The Phil Spencer edition.
Master Chief, like inscribed.
No, it's going to have Phil Spencer's signature in green letters in the front of the console, like the Scorpio edition. It's going to be everybody's mind blown. I want the Phil Spencer edition. Anyways, at E3 2018, Xbox head Phil Spencer revealed that the designing process of the next Xbox was well underway. He didn't divulge any details, but it was later uncovered that the new console is codenamed Project Scarlet, and that it might be launching as early as 2020. In an interview with Giant Bomb, Spencer commented that two things that the company wants to focus on with Scarlet are frame rate and start times. He said, quote, I think frame rate is an area where consoles can do more, end quote. He also said, quote, when you look at the balance between CPU and GPU in today's consoles, they're a little bit out of whack relative to what's on the PC side, end quote. So pretty much they want like the Xbox to like run 60 frames a second on most games, right? Because
I want to say 120 frames a second. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, on this next gen, fuck that 60. It better be 120 or else I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, if you're bringing a new console,
hey, there you go. Right? We're going to get games at 120 now.
Oh, but most TVs can handle 120. I mean, I guess new TVs kind of can, but it's still, they're really expensive.
Right,
my 8K TV, my 8K TV can totally handle 120 frames a second.
You bought that Samsung $20,000 TV?
You don't need an 8K.
Go back. You have an 8K TV?
Yeah. Well, the one I'm gonna buy in 3 years from now when I buy my fucking Xbox 3X.
The Phil Spencer
2X.
box. Phil Spencer's Xbox.
The big Philly.
Phil Spencer's Xbox One. Because they ran out of names to name this shit.
How you gonna fit in your Lambo?
He knows. You don't. He has it delivered, guy. He has it delivered. Anyways, another thing he says is, he says, I'm always wishing games would start quicker, Phil Spencer said. He pointed out that they're already working on ways to speed up download times. Fast Start technology, which was also announced at E3, will be implemented starting with the Xbox One. Fast Starts loads the most crucial files of the game first so that players can start the game without having to wait for the whole thing to download. While they play, the rest of the game can install in the background. Sony has similar technology that it has been employing on the PS4 for quite a while now, but Microsoft is looking at improving launch times even more for the Scarlet, but he did not mention how.
So because pretty much he needs more patience. There's plenty of that's never the thing that's loading on my mind is like, oh, I wish this game would start now.
No, never.
I mean,
never.
There's just time where you eat chips and drink and whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you talking about is it already downloaded or from the time when I start downloading it?
When you buy it, like when you buy a game and it's already out, you're not preloading it. You're downloading it as you bought it.
Just bought it. Yeah, that is kind of dumb. It would be kind of cool if they addressed the situation.
Well, they kind of have.
Right, and it does give that option. You know how even nowadays, it'll say, okay, give you the option to, this game's ready to play. You start playing it, but then, hey, you can't access the multiplayer yet.
But what they're doing is with the Fast Start tech, Fast Start looks at what kind of gamer you are and knows that you like to play multiplayer first, so it's going to download the multiplayer files first. On PlayStation 4, what it does is when you buy a game, it'll ask you, what do you want to download first, the multiplayer or the single player? And you can choose between the two. And it will download the single player first or the multiplayer first. On the Xbox One, they're not giving you the option to choose. They're just going to choose for you based on how you play games. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what Fast Start is. And that's the whole thing behind that whole software. But I know PlayStation for a fact because I just bought a few games the other day. And they asked me when I installed them, it says, what do you want to install first, the multiplayer or the single player? And you can choose.
I want to see stats on how many people actually download multiplayer games on PlayStation first.
So do I. Because I mean, they have a lot of players, man. They're probably going to be high numbers regardless because there's 80 million consoles out there. Even if only half of them downloaded.
80 million lonely people.
I mean, even if half of them were multiplayer gamers and downloaded the multiplayer first, that's still 40 million people.
Only together.
They're all only together.
And Xbox, yeah. Xbox.
That blue screen.
Xbox, everybody's playing the same game because they don't have no good games to play. We're all just gaming in the same lane games. We're all playing Sea of Thieves. I was watching
this guy play Fortnite on Facebook. Now that there's Facebook gaming, and he's on PS4, and he's like, community time. Let's get you guys in here, and two had mics, two didn't know how to hook the microphone into the controller. I was like, okay, let's do Discord.
Ooh.
Okay, Discord works. Yeah.
Speaking of
Even
PlayStation,
games that are simple, like Destiny and shit, just to jump into someone's game, it's just so complex on the PS4 compared to the Xbox. You have to jump through so many other hoops. You're like, all these other fucking screens. It's not near as easy.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Every time I play multiplayer on the PS4, I feel weird. I feel like people are not that good.
Let's not lie. You never play online.
No, I played Black Ops 3 the other day because it was free for PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
So I was playing Black Ops 3 online, and like, that shit was just weird, man. It really was. It was like, this is kind of lame. But one thing I will tell you is that the latency between the controller and the console on the PS4, it's lower than it is on Xbox. Because PS4 uses Bluetooth, and Xbox uses their own wireless technology. You actually have a better connection to your console when you're playing on PlayStation than you do with your Xbox.
See, that would be a thing. So in the future, when they do cross-platform play, they'll be like, buy this game on the PS4 because
we have better controller tech.
Our controllers have less latency. Be more on top of your Titan. Less latency. PS4.
I mean, I don't think it's like that much of a difference, but it is. It is a difference. And like if you go to like Digital Foundry or whatever,
Hey, when it
tell
comes
you.
to your KDO and people get serious,
People get serious about that shit.
Big difference.
Yeah, that's what it is about. Yeah, like people get really serious about that shit about when they're KDR and all that crap. People get like all hardcore.
Like I see the streamer going, I should have quit the game because it's fucking up my KD.
Yeah, my KD sucks now, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck those
I'm down to
guys.
like 69%. I don't know what to do.
In other news, guys. In other news. Oh fuck! I'm looking at the MPDs for last month. It says the PlayStation 4 outsold the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch.
The what?
PlayStation 4 outsold the Xbox One and Switch for MPDs last month. But they all did good. They all did better than last year in May. But they got outsold by Sony. No surprise. No surprise there. No surprise. But what the fuck was I going to say? Oh, No Man's Sky has confirmed the release date for their game on the Xbox, guys. Y'all hyped?
I'm hyped. I'm ready. Tell me, what is it? February 22nd?
No. July 24th, 2018.
Wow.
And July 27th in Europe. So July 24th is the United States release, and July 27th is in Europe release. $49.99 will be the price of the game. And let's see here. So let's see. GameStop listing revealed the existence of an XO suit, the RTOS-VI multi-tool. Which is like the 6 multi-tool, and 10,000 units to give you a head start. Out of all of these, the exosuit is by far the one that stands out the most because it looks like you're wearing an Xbox logo. So, pretty much, it looks like an Xbox. Like you have an Xbox helmet. That's like the logo.
You're an Xbox.
That's what it looks like. I'm looking at the picture right now. It looks like you're wearing like Master Chief armor, and the helmet is like a big silver ball, and it's like an X, the green X in the middle of it. It looks like a walking Xbox.
Weird.
Anyways, $49.99.
Can't wait for that.
It'll be 4K Ultra HD on the Xbox
I'm
One
curious
X.
if you guys end up getting into it and love it. I'll jump in, but I'm more or less at this point. I think I'm holding off for the VR version of it on PlayStation.
What? I have it on PlayStation, Jonathan. If you want to play.
You do? Oh, sweet. Well, yeah, I
actually bought a PlayStation when it first came out just for this game.
Oh,
yeah, but
that's
you'll
right.
be able to play in VR. You'll play regular controller TV.
Yeah, no, but I'm kind of holding. I don't know. Unless everyone goes fucking nuts.
I wonder. I mean, the only reason I would buy this is if a lot of my friends were gonna play it, like Alan on the Xbox.
Can I kill you in the game?
Actually, you can. You can.
With no way to get off of it.
You can destroy people's bases.
Oxygen hose.
I'll drop you a couple cans of beans and then just leave you to die.
So this game is gonna have base building. It's gonna have multiplayer. Like you can go and raid other people's bases. You can hide. You can be like a. You can decide like you and your friends are pirates. You can decide you're gonna just hijack the other vessels around the galaxy. Like because there's like AI vessels as well, like huge ships that are like escorted and they're carrying cargo and they're being escorted by like a military faction in the game. You can decide to attack those and take those over, or there's just a lot of things you could do in the game, man. And I think it would be really fun on Xbox. The thing is, like, I don't know, man, because like no one on my PlayStation 4 plays that shit with me. I play it alone.
Because nobody plays online games.
Fuck you.
Well, there is no online.
There's no online yet.
PC,
there is no online
is
yet.
Online working on PC now, or is the game going to update the moment it hits Xbox?
The moment it hits Xbox,
now it's a new game for the Steam version.
Yeah. That's
Xbox.
exactly it. When the Xbox releases, the Xbox version of the game releases, at the same time, the Atlas update will go out for the PlayStation community and the PC community, that's when the multiplayer kicks in.
That's what I figured. They're going to make it the same game.
But they talked about it, man, and pretty much what the game is going to be once the Atlas updates, or it's not the Atlas. The Atlas was the last update. The next update releases. That's what it's called. The next update. That thing releases. They're gonna fucking. It's pretty much what they promised us in the beginning of the game. They're gonna have the multiplayer. You're gonna be able to find people. You're gonna be able to find their bases. You're gonna be able to do anything. Build things.
I think this game has better potential on Xbox, especially if it ever comes out on Game Pass.
Oh,
I just don't know if it ever will, man.
But they haven't said that, have they? If
no,
it's gonna
they said it's going to be like a full $50 game.
Yeah, but I can see it eventually.
Well, maybe a year from now or something, but not right now.
And people will actually give it a try, because I don't see myself buying the game. I tried Elite Dangerous, which was similar to it.
Let me tell you something, Alan. Elite Dangerous is way harder than this game. This game is like easy. Like in this game, you pretty much press square to like take off, and then you can just fly like through the. You can fly in the planet, or you could fly out into the sky and like go. And it's so cool because like they don't really fuck around with that. When they tell you anything you look at, you can go there. You can go there no matter what. Like you want to go to that mountain. Like over there, you look up at the sky and you see like a moon. You want to go to that moon, you can take off and go to that moon. That's the cool part about this game. Like it lets your imagination run wild. Dude. You could do anything.
What else?
But Elite Dangerous is harder than this game. It is.
Yeah, I've tried. I couldn't even beat the tutorial.
No, it is. It's fucking hard. Trust me.
I mean,
I tried it too. That shit is fucking hard. Like the fucking tutorial is like, request takeoff permission. It's like, okay, I gotta open the computer. You gotta go here, click this. Okay, now turn on your fucking spaceship. You're like, okay, I gotta turn this.
I thought it was on.
And then raise your power to a certain level. Okay, raise your landing gear. Okay, go like 5 miles an hour through this fucking base so you don't get shot down if you go any faster. And it's like, fuck, man, it's like legitimately like a simulation. And No Man's Sky is more like arcadey, like it's more easy to get into.
It's like Forza Motorsport versus Forza Horizon.
Yeah. But yeah, people knock No Man's Sky. The only reason that game got knocked a lot was because, like I said, the guy promised all of this that's coming with the Xbox version in the beginning, and they completely didn't deliver. Yeah, they failed big time.
Yes.
Promises.
People were pissed.
Now, what was it that they tried to? What was it that they promised? Because I really never paid attention to this game. I just heard of it when they announced it on Xbox.
A lot of things.
Multiplayer, and like a lot of the details. You can go into this world and do all these things, but then players like bought it day one, first week, the first couple weeks. Like, no, none of that is true. It's all.
Or got a pretty early like
one of the big things was like, like in the beginning they were saying, everybody's gonna be able to play multiplayer, and then like a couple weeks before the game came out, they were like, well, you cannot actually play multiplayer, but you can find other people, and they were thinking like.
No. They said there was going to be multiplayer, but the chances of you finding each other would be
very limited, right?
Minimal.
Like, you can't. Yeah. They're like, you're not going to be able to find somebody else. But
it's in there.
They didn't realize that people on the internet can coordinate this shit, and they did. And these two people on Reddit went to the same planet at the same time in the same exact coordinates, and they're like, "Where are you?" And they were both looking at the same like little mountain or whatever, and they're like. I'm standing right here, and the other guy was like, I'm standing right here too, and like, sure enough, they weren't there. Like, it was a single player experience.
But how does this work with the server? Is it like a one huge giant server, or is it multiple servers? Are they in the same server?
It's a universe. It's all procedurally generated, so like, there's always new planets being made, and the planets never end. You can explore every planet, and it will take you the rest of your life, pretty much, because they never end.
And I remember all these things, right? All these things that they said. I don't know if he promised, but he said they were going to do, right? And all these things that are going to be in this game. And I thought the funniest part about it was you had hundreds of people taking to Twitter, with pitchforks and shit. And basically they suspended their own account. Like, okay, we're not home. There's nobody here.
Yeah, on Twitter they went quiet. They stopped responding to people's tweets because people were fucking pissed, dude. People were like
dark. Yeah.
But I still don't understand what was a game. Just a huge open multiplayer game, or is there a certain?
No, there's the point of the game is to get to the center of the universe. That's the point of the game. So you start off.
But what was the multiplayer?
There wasn't. That's the thing, Alan. There wasn't the multiplayer. They promised it, but they never actually put it in there. They just never did until now. Until like the Xbox version comes out. That's when the next update comes out. That's their newest update. And when that update comes out, that will add the multiplayer that we're talking about, where you can like play with your friends, go with them, find them, whatever. That's gonna add that. But until now, there's still no multiplayer.
If you want to be space pirates, you can play together. If you want to be space like shippers, you can play together.
I think one of the things that's keeping this game, I think, alive, and it's gonna be released on Xbox it's just my speculation Jesus, you remember we read that article on what they're doing with PC where they've kind of created their own, not game, but kind of a side thing where
there's people that play this every day and like have like wars and have like clans and like have governments and shit, like where they elect the fucking presidents and leaders and like governors and like you control this part of the army, you control that part of the army, you protect this area, you protect that. Like they have people that play this shit like it's real life.
Almost like it's a Magic game without cards,
PC. Yeah, so like it's really hardcore, man. And like I said, this update will bring all that, but like it'll actually put it in the game, and you can actually do it in the game. And like they said, in the game, you can choose to like Jonathan said, you can choose to be pirates, you can choose to be shippers, you can choose to be like, just dudes that go out exploring, and we're just gonna go explore everywhere with my friends. Or you can choose to attack everybody else's bases. You can do whatever, pretty much, and that's what's pretty cool. It sounds like an endless sandbox. It's like Sea of Thieves, but in space.
Yes.
But with actual missions.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, so it sounds really cool. But I'm waiting to see how well it's going to do on the Xbox, because I might get it.
I like that concept.
I might get it if like a lot of my friends get it and want to play, dude. I will totally jump on it. Like I said, I bought a fucking console for that thing when it first came out. I was so hyped.
Yeah, and I like the art style of that game.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
It seemed like Destiny on vacation.
Yeah, it has the spaceships, the cool looking spaceships. You can upgrade them.
It's like, go to planets, not have to worry about getting moon boots, but just relax.
Yeah. What other news do we have here, guys? I don't think we have other news. Oh, Nier Automata is coming to the Xbox One here this week.
There's another single-player game that
was a Sony exclusive.
Full price, but
is it the one with two characters playing at the same time?
I think so.
But no, it's AI is the second one.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like a two characters at once that you control or whatever. Yeah. That looks like a pretty cool game.
I love that game. He said that you beat it once, and you actually restart the game, and you can beat it again, but the game is actually different from the first time you beat it. You have to beat it 3 times to actually beat the game.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so like you beat it once, and the story kind of changes, and then you go back and beat it again. You kind of go through the same levels, but it's different, he says. Like, shit has changed.
Well, what happens to the characters that you kill? Like,
and then you beat it. Well, that's what he says. Like, some of these characters are dead, so new people pop up. But just random shit changes. And like at the end of the game, it'll give you the option to delete your save.
Oh, okay.
Like it'll tell you want to delete the save or you want to keep playing this.
I'll actually look
you get
into
3
the
save spots.
And for the Xbox One version, it's $50. I know on the PS4 it's $30, but that's the base version of the game. On the Xbox, you're actually going to get like some DLC skins and some extra type of shit, like some extra stuff. That's what you're gonna get on the Xbox.
Cool.
Yeah, you probably get weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it is enhanced for the Xbox One X if you have that, and it's improved for and all that for 4K and all that fun shit. And my last piece of news is PUBG. PUBG on the Xbox One will receive a June 26 patch will improve performance and fix game crashes. Yeah.
So just like the last 10 updates, it'll do the same exact thing. Right?
We're gonna work on our crashing, guys.
Crashes.
So sad, man, because that game is so fun when you actually get in there and play with friends, and it's just so shitty. So shitty. Anyways.
It's nice for me not playing it after a long time. Then I get back in and go, oh, wow, I like how you just pop right in and you're just into the next game. Cool.
The Sandhook map is coming to the Xbox this summer, they said. Sometime in the summer. And then the winter map is coming in the winter. I hope the game is fixed by the time the winter map. By the time the Sandhook map comes out, man. Because, yeah. Anyways, I'm done, Gunny. Let's move on to questions now.
Question time. We only got a couple questions this week. And the first one comes from our good friend Clint Thiel, Vengeful Jedi. He said, what is your favorite game to play with Clint? What is your favorite game to play with him?
Oh, I have one.
Oh, okay.
Destiny, because he damages all the characters or enemy. I just steal his kills. We had fun time. Remember me, you, and Gunny?
Yes.
Me, you, Gunny,
remember
and
that.
Clint. Yeah,
And,
that was a fun time.
And Thomas Tapia? Yeah.
Yeah. Destro. Private Destro. I haven't played that many games with Clint. I think Destiny is like one of them, and only one.
I talked to Clint way more than I actually play games with him.
Yeah, same here.
Jeez, what besides
I think
Destiny?
Sea of Thieves. I played Sea of Thieves with them, and that was fun.
Rocket League, but he hasn't played that in a while, has
Dude, I
he?
haven't played Rocket League in years, man.
I challenge him in Tetris.
Oh, shit.
No.
He's going to whip your ass.
Quinn, if you get a Titanfall 2, I'll totally help. Yeah, just join me on Titanfall 2. It's only like 6
Guys,
bucks
speaking of like Sea of Thieves, I really want to play Sea of Thieves now. Like
Tonight, let's jump on it.
No,
tonight. What time are you going to be on tonight, Alan? I want to play Sea of Thieves.
After the show, we all jump on.
As for the show, I'm jumping on immediately.
I want to really play Sea of Thieves, man.
Me too. I've been itching for it so bad. Like, it's my weekend game.
It's my bullshit with friends game. But Alan, if you fucking team kill me, dude.
No, okay. This is it.
If you destroy this ship when we raid a fucking fort.
Talk about it on next week's show.
Okay. I'm sorry. I did not team kill you.
You team killed the fuck out of me and Blue Yeti.
Okay, I did not exactly know that this was going to happen.
Bullshit. How the fuck?
It was an experiment.
The game just came out. We were all just experimenting. But you did make a decision without us to give half of our gold.
I was captain. You do not question your fucking captain, Jesus. All right? If your captain is turning the ship around, he has a good reason to turn the fucking ship around, Alan. You don't just kill your captain and blow up the whole ship. With a ship full of treasure, guys. We just fought for like 3 hours to get this one fort. And your captain, Jesus, was able to make an alliance to get these guys to help us. And we're going to go say thank you to them. Oh, no. Here comes Alan with the fucking explosive barrel. Blows everything up. And then he just laughs at us and doesn't fix the ship, and it sinks.
I was so mad. You know what? I was more mad at you than you were mad at me.
No, you weren't. No, you fucking weren't. I was fucking pissed off at you, dude.
I was being
so
competitive. Trying just friend strategy.
I was so mad.
Alliance strategy.
Everybody was mad.
You guys were going in two different directions.
Who else was there with us? It was me, Blue, you, and who else? Wasn't it Clint? No.
That's right.
I think it might have been
I've gone into it with Gibbs in the same respect. So
was it Brink? I don't know. It was somebody randomly, man. But
the thing is, okay, I've learned after sinking 4 ships not to do this again.
After sinking 4 ships? Oh, guys, I didn't learn the first time, guys. I didn't learn the second time.
The thing is, in a game, is like you get struck by lightning or something, and then you don't realize you're like your ship is like damaged. And then time with who was it? Gibbs. we were just chilling there, unloading our boat, and the boat just sunk, and I happened to be in it at the moment when it was like the most damaged, and then it wasn't my fault. It just happened.
Okay.
I didn't do it. I know I'm notorious about it, but it wasn't me.
But the Jesus part, yeah, I was mad. I didn't kill you.
The old
asshole.
Shaggy defense.
But I'm excited to try it out tonight, really. It wasn't me, that's funny.
We'll
yeah,
see.
no,
If you
I've
fucking
been
kill
thinking
me,
about that game
dude,
all week.
I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
never again,
It
Alan.
brings me back to Minecraft,
I'm
right?
gonna
Where
unfriend you.
everybody goes in, TNT time.
I've been thinking about the game since I spent $60 on it.
Yeah, we were giving you a second chance, Alan.
I'm giving you a second chance.
No, we're giving you a
Not to
second
fuck up
chance.
as a captain. You're not even a captain.
I'm a captain, motherfucker. I'm Captain fucking Jesus of the SS JesusWalksAlot. All right.
Jesus ships a lot.
Alan, mutiny time.
Ooh,
Yeah. I'm on your side, Gunny.
Gunny, you better not fucking betray me either. I'll fucking kill you and him together.
All right, Roger. There's the four of us. We're going on a ship. We're
So, going on a big ship. We're gonna do missions. We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna take down a couple. Whatever.
You know who's really good at that game? Mojo, man. He has like his ship is like badass looking, dude.
I know.
His ship is like red and blue and gold. It looks American as fuck, and it has like a big golden shark in the front. It looks all fucking badass. And He has like the red sails.
I want that status.
He's he's like an elite. Elite.
Is he
Sea of
legendary
Thieves player.
yet?
I'm pretty sure he is, dude. That dude is like a beast at that game. He like runs around by himself and takes out like big ships and shit. No one fucks with him. He's just like runs around, does whatever.
What's the other guy that's really good at this shit? It's fucking
Gibbs, he plays a lot of it.
Is it Snyder or is it
Snyder?
fucking?
No, Snyder doesn't play him much.
Anyways.
Anyway, our next question
Yeah.
is Brian Tilt Jr.
What does he say?
Brian asks, what's your favorite comedy movie to watch? No matter how many times you watch it, you laugh, or you can quote word for word, teaching these kids what the Water Boy is all about.
All right, I got a couple. It's either Big Trouble in Little China or Grandma's Boy. Are my two
Grandma's
go-tos.
Boy.
They're the two fucking
It's
funniest movies
fucking
ever.
funny, dude.
Grandma's
with
Boy
you,
is.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah, that movie's fucking funny.
Fucking turd nuggets. Shoots at them.
You're a hooker.
Where the dude's like, I don't know where the fuck the tiger came from. He's like on the news and shit. He's all fucking high out of his mind. He's like, yeah, we were just sitting there, and next thing you know, a fucking tiger jumped out.
Hey,
He's all fucking, it was his tiger.
Jonathan, have you seen Game Over, Man?
That movie's
Over,
good.
Man.
That movie's
Oh,
good.
you
That's
got to
a
watch
good
that.
movie.
That is a movie designed for you.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the one with the...
It's the three guys in the hotel.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
They're maids.
Yeah, the Workaholics.
The Workaholics.
Yeah, Workaholics.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
them.
I started watching that. It was pretty funny. It's funny because like Ed GM was like, "This movie's all stupid," and I was like, "Oh man, but I love those guys." And so I was
Yeah, those guys are
watching it,
pretty
and-
funny together.
Yeah, it was hella funny. I made it like an hour into it, and I think I was really fucking tired when I was watching it. But yeah, it seemed help. I love Workaholics.
Yeah. Watching the one guy get high I was laughing so hard. One movie I'm thinking of as far as what I used to watch over and over was I used to like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Remember?
Dumb and Dumber was cool.
That's classic. It's one of the best like shit scenes ever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
What other movies are good, guys, that are comedy movies? I don't know. Recently,
Comedies? I mean,
one of my favorite ones that I will always watch every time it's on TV or every time I see it anywhere is Talladega Nights, dude.
Yes.
I fucking love Talladega Nights. I could watch that thing. Yeah. Oh, I'll double Mountain Dew, Chip. I'll kick your ass. Fucking talking to their grandpa.
They were good in Step Brothers as well.
Yeah, Step Brothers is another one I was going to say that I always
Step Brothers
watch,
is fucking
dude, because
funny.
that shit's fucking funny where the dude's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid to go down the street. We should go around. And he's like, why? He's like, little Johnny lives down there. And then they're fucking going down the street. And he's like, fucking 10-year-old kids beat him up.
As a kid, like when I was like 10, my mom wouldn't take us to movie theater, and it was like the time that Transformers the movie, the animated movie came out, and she skipped that and took us to go see Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and me and my brother were so pissed. But that movie turned out to be so.
That movie's good. That movie's good.
Yeah,
man. I watched that like.
It taught me so many bad lessons though.
Yeah.
Like I think my life is based off that movie. So it's like it's ruined me in so many ways.
That movie's good. That movie's a classic. I could say that movie.
Friday.
How high?
Friday's good.
Holy shit! Half Baked.
Half-Baked.
It's one of the classics.
What's that movie with all the high schoolers and they're always high and they go to the arcade all the time and fucking Dazed and Confused, isn't it?
Dazed and Confused is pretty funny.
That one's pretty funny.
There's some good mockumentaries like King of Kong. It's hella good.
Yeah, is that good?
About the Donkey Kong tournament. Like that one's excellent. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but King of Kong definitely worth watching. Oh man, yeah, see it if you haven't. It's good.
What were those movies with the guys from? They would always say, totally righteous, dude. When they go back in time.
Bill and Ted's.
Yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I heard they're working on a new one. I cannot wait. Like that was definitely some of whatever his fucking name. Well, who's that guy? Fucking that was in the Matrix and shit. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
It was some quintessential Keanu right there. So can't wait.
That's right. New John Wick coming this year, guys.
Oh, no, I think next year.
Next year? John Wick 3,
yeah,
man.
I just read an article.
I mean, any of the Clerks movies I'd recommend to you. Clerks is hella good.
Dope. Yeah. Clerks is cool. Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob, that movie's a classic, man. You gotta watch that. If you never watched it, just watch it. It's fucking dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, they did Mallrats, right? Mallrats first.
Fuck. The beginning of the movie. It's
or when they go around and kick all the people's asses that talk shit about them.
Yeah. What's this internet?
Are you Pussy Slayer 69? They're gonna beat the shit out of him. Oh,
that's the best.
Jay and Silent Bob go to Hollywood.
Oh, shit. Anyways, those are some movies that I like. I mean, I like a lot of movies, but recently I own one of my favorite movies in recent years was The Wolf of Wall Street. That movie's fucking cool, man. I love that movie. I could watch that movie all the time.
You probably want to be a Wall Street tycoon.
Fuck yeah. We're fucking scam people out of their money.
Poke off of dollar bills and shit.
Yeah, that movie's just funny, man. It's fucking cool the way they do all the dumb shit. It's fucking crazy. It's a good movie. Good movie, man. But yeah. Anyways, Incredibles 2 was a good movie too, guys. Go watch it.
Funny.
Cool. They got the new Lego game out too. You gonna get it?
Maybe.
And they're making a Lego Indiana Jones too.
Dude, I want to watch the Lego Indiana Jones movie. And the new Lego movie, too. Have you seen that one? The trailer for that one? And it's called the Lego movie.
I saw the Batman. There's, a couple of Batmans out now?
Yeah, there's a couple Batmans, but there's also going to be like a Lego movie sequel. It's called the Lego Movie 2. And it's like on the subtitles, it's like...
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, the next Lego movie to the movie or something like that. But yeah, it's like everything is awesome, but like... It's about that guy, but he's like in a post-apocalyptic like Fallout world, and everything's destroyed, and everybody's like, "Why are you always so happy? Everything's not awesome," and he's always like cheerful and shit.
Yeah.
You see by Bethesda. What's going on?
It's fucking funny.
How can you be happy?
Oh man, good movies, man. Good movies. The Lego movies are funny to watch, and they're cool to watch with kids. The last one.
What if you don't have kids though?
Borrow a nephew, and if you don't have a nephew, I was gonna say go kidnap a kid and take him to the movies, but that's not very smart.
just grab one from the mall.
Take him to the movies to watch Lego.
They're running all over the place. Pick one up.
Not very smart. Don't take that advice, people. Just go watch it by yourself, I guess. Be the weirdo that sits in the movie theater.
I mean, you could just go down to one of those ice shelters and say,
"Oh man,
with me the whole time."
Oh, Gunny, no! You're gonna get our listeners mad. Don't do that. But the Lego movies are funny, man. The Ninjago movie, the last one, was really cool with the dude and his dad would always like, you ruined my life, Dad. And he was like, I wasn't even in your life. How did I ruin it?
I actually want to see that one.
It's funny, dude. It was good. I watched that in the theater with my kid. That shit's funny as fuck. But, enough questions this week. Yeah, you can always find our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community on Facebook. Join it. Leave us a review on whatever you're listening to us on. The best thing to do is to mention us to your friends. Word of mouth is worth more than you think. So do that if you can. You can always add me on Xbox Live gamertag JesusWalksAlot. I'll be playing something on there. I don't know. Something. Maybe Witcher 3. I kind of want to get into that game, but it's really hard for me.
But that's a single player game. How are they going to hit you up?
A lot of cutscenes.
Hey, Jesus, I want to watch you play Witcher.
That's a game I actually want to go into as well. I started it
It's
twice.
so hard. It's so hard. It's just so hard for me to get into it.
Well, I heard after 10 hours, they actually...
Oh, that's when it picks up? Fuck, I don't want... That's the thing, playing the first 10 hours seems so hard. I'm like, I don't want to waste 10 hours on this shit.
I'm the same way.
So wait, on the Cyberpunk, is it going to be all like a single player experience like Witcher? Or is there going to be any multiplayer?
No, it's only a single player story. It's all in first person, but it looks really cool. Have you seen...
It looks really cool.
Have you seen...
it's getting my vibe.
Altered Carbon. Have you seen Altered Carbon? It reminds me a lot of that.
I watched all that. Yeah, that was good.
It reminds me a lot of that, where like the dude can see through walls and shit. You can buy different augmentations for your
speaking of Cyberpunk
guy.
talk, have you guys seen the City of Lost Children yet?
No.
It's a French movie. It's done by the same guy that did like Amelie and Alien Resurrection, but it's totally like a gothic cyberpunk. It seems very cool and up the alley. And if you guys read comics, Tokyo... Oh, shit. Anyways, never mind.
Okay.
Tokyo Ghost is very cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I've been kind of like on the cyberpunk kick after watching that like preview. So I've been kind of revisiting some shit. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I might be playing that, or I might be playing more Star Wars Battlefront 2, because I always seem to go back to that game, and nobody wants to ever play with me, dude. Nobody wants to play with me, because everybody's like,
pay to win. Pay to win.
I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go play some Ghost Recon Wildlands. Fucking fake ass Siege.
When are you going to try the game out?
Never. When you buy it for me, Alan.
You know what? Me and Snyder actually almost purchased it for you when it was $20.
You guys are nice.
But then we were like,
and Jesus almost purchased it. But I told Jesus to kind of hold off, because if that's the only mode he's going to play, since he's not interested in the single player.
I'm not.
No, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it if you just don't play. Okay, let's say $60 for a co-op or versus mode. The Ghost War, it's really, really worth it. It's really.
I don't
if you want to get into a really tactical, team-based shooter, it's worth it.
Yeah. I'd say I would say it's probably worth.
Oh yeah, Gunny, you're the one telling me not to buy it.
I know.
Why didn't you buy it? I thought you were going to get it.
I was like, Alan, I was this close to buying it. I was this close to buying it. But like,
Snyder told me.
Alan told me no. Snyder told me no. Everybody told me no.
Whoa. Alan told you no?
No, me.
No, Gunny told me no. And Snyder told me no. And
I'm going to be honest with you. If you're good at, which we know that you're not all that good at Siege.
I'm the best. I'll beat you.
You barely beat me.
I still beat you.
And the first game... Okay, listen to this. There was the first game, first round, which he quit because he was like, oh, you killed me too many times. Let's start this all over again.
Bullshit.
And then...
Oh, shit.
And then he had to restart. And then he barely beats me 3-2? And he was like, at one point, he almost lost. He was so panicking. But I'm telling you, you're good at Siege. You'll be even better at Wildlands.
I think you would. I think you would enjoy this because, yeah, it's got that Siege vibe to it.
You guys have to buy for me. I'm not buying fucking Siege. I'm fucking Ghost Recon.
The whole Predator thing is gone, right? That was only like a limited time thing.
A week thing, yeah.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing about it, Jesus. And I know you. I just think that you would play this for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, you'd put in a ton of hours into it, be like, I'm done with this game.
No, you know what? This will be his competitive game that he will play like
twice a week, once a week.
You think so? You think it would have longevity in his library?
Well, the thing is, I play it 3 times a week, and if you keep it like when you don't play every day, you will burn out of it. But if you keep it like maybe 3 times a week with a
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I play it once a week, and it scratches that itch for me.
If you get a good group, especially if you get a good team, good group, because I do have like 4 or 5 players that we always rotate, and once you get a nice rotation and a nice team going on, Jonathan's rotating something different.
He's rotating something else. He's rotating the fuck out of something over there.
It's a good game. Definitely $20 worth it on the sale if you ever catch it again.
Nah. Let me look. Let me see how much is it right now on Xbox.
You know what? Go to CD Keys and get it.
Rainbow Six Siege CD.
Yeah, let's see how much it is on CD Keys. Oh, for Xbox though, I don't know.
Hey Jesus, what movie crossover?
$24.09, Alan. If you buy it for me, I'll play with you. But until then, I'm not buying this.
What movie crossover would it take to make you get in the Siege? Like, if you could hunt Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando, or if you could hunt Arnold Schwarzenegger, all I can think of now is Arnold Schwarzenegger's. But if you can hunt a Van Damme, or
I don't know, man. I'm just not
a Dolph Lundgren.
I'm not completely sold that it's gonna be worth it. Right now on CD Keys, Ghost Recon. I was looking at Rainbow Six Siege. My bad. Ghost Recon is actually $26.79.
Yeah.
Just no, I don't know, man.
Jesus, look at it this way. I bought Overwatch and Siege at $60 each because you and Gunny were telling me, hey, jump on Overwatch, jump on Siege. We played 4 times, including the 2 times I whooped your ass.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go there. Okay.
I spent $120 on games that I played 6 hours in total.
That's your fault. That's your fault. You should have fucking. You should have played more. If you were into good games, you would have played them more.
Well, the thing is, I do play Overwatch once a month, but then I remember Paladins is way better.
Yeah, Paladins sucks compared to Overwatch. That's what I'll say.
But you know what? I think, Jesus, you'd be good at this game because you do have that same patience, I think, as I do. Yeah, other people just want to run up to that objective, and then you could just take them out.
Ooh, tell me,
you know what? Gunny's actually pretty good at this game. He got me
You know what? I'll be better than Gunny. How about that, Alan? How about that?
We will never know. We will never know.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever know. I mean, it's $27 on CD Keys. On Xbox,
wait for the next sale.
I don't know how much it is on Xbox. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
No, but I totally understand. If you have too many other games, I'm in the same situation where there's too many games. Trying to balance all of them, it's difficult.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I have so many multiplayer games too, man. Like I said, I have Star Wars to play. I have Modern Warfare 3 now. And,
I even got Titanfall too, and I only played twice with Jonathan.
That's all I play.
That really pretty quick. It's the only reason I ever go back to that game is if Jonathan's playing the weekend.
Well, I'm playing all the time, so hit me.
On Xbox Live, it is $60 again. Fuck, that's expensive. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, guys. Yeah. No. Anyways, find me on Xbox Live, gamertag JesusWalksAlot. On PlayStation Network, I'm GSUSWalksAlot. And on the Facebook, I'm the Horrible Gamers Podcast community. There's a Horrible Gamers Podcast page. Go find it as well, like it, etc. Yeah.
Hey guys, find me on Xbox Live. Find me on Steam and now on the Switch. Just ask me for my friend code if you want to play some multiplayer something. I hope I can find that Paladin. I'm not going to play Fortnite on there because I can play it on the Xbox. I can play it on the PC under GunnyChief. Gamertag GunnyChief.
Well, you can play it under the Switch. That's GunnyChief too. If you link it to your Xbox.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Hey, and technically I could. I'd rather play that on my TV, and that's where I'm playing Mario Rabbids Battle.
Yeah, check it out. Watch.
Looks visually impressive, even on playing on the 4K TV. Up-res 1080p, baby.
That console's actually pretty good. I'm looking into it myself. My brother just got one for his nephew, or his son, my nephew. And that screen is actually bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
it's
like
small
7
for me
inches.
because I'm an old guy, and I'm using, I got to use glasses to see the screen.
Yeah.
But if I put it on the TV, it's fine. It looks, if I put it on the dock, I love it.
I currently play Nintendo DS, so that's a huge step up.
Oh, definitely, yeah, from that small screen. Where do we find you, Alan?
Oh, CFC Leo 10 at Xbox so far. And I was going to ask, since the World Cup is going on, I was thinking about maybe hosting a tournament in FIFA, maybe like a Hgp tournament. Would be kind of
as
cool.
long as it doesn't end in any unfriendings or anything like that, I'm cool with it.
No. I guess what is this?
That's me. That's JesusWalksAlot on fucking Fortnite on my phone.
Nice.
Good job, Jesus.
It runs.
But yeah,
It
I'm down to do some HCP, FIFA, if it's a...
Well, I'm not sure how many people actually out there play FIFA. If you're interested in it, hit me up. CFC Leo or Alan maybe on CFC Leo 10 on Xbox and Alan maybe on Facebook.
All right.
Yeah. Put on the Facebook group, guys.
The Crew 2 open beta is out this week.
FIFA
Go
players.
play that. Crew 2 open beta. Available now.
Oh, yeah. It was...
I downloaded that for the PS4.
Available now. Go play it.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
I have it on
Red.
Uplay.
You can find my crazy music on Mixcloud and on SoundCloud. But I'm also playing on PS4 and Xbox. Penpointred, PenPointred. I'm always playing Titanfall, but if you want to play some Gears or some For Honor or some Destiny,
CFTs.
or some CFTs, I may be down for some of those. So, if you're playing Titanfall, I'm hella down. Like, I'll never turn that shit down. But the others, I'm up game. Yeah.
But right now we're gonna go play Sea of Thieves, right?
Oh yeah, I know. That's my plan.
I guess.
So, can I run, grab a sandwich, and come back and play?
Yeah, we'll keep the boat. We'll keep the boat open.
I guess. We might find a replacement though.
Gives me a reason to end you again.
Vote to lock him up.
Vote to lock him in the brig while the ship sinks.
Oh, that would be awful. That would be awesome, actually.
That'd be so bad. That'd be so bad to like a little kid. Like, oh, we fucking go in here real quick, little kid, and lock him in there and fucking sink the boat.
Oh man, we were that kind of happened in one last boat. So I swear for a little bit that Sea of Thieves always came with like a little British kid. Like
there's always a little British kid.
Like a little British kid came like inclusive with any game that I got on. It was funny.
There's always British people I noticed on there that are like
British people. I'm telling you, man,
like,
British
hey,
people really like their ship.
Mate?
They like their ship combat, man. They like to run ships.
Yep.
It's the British.
That's for sure.
They're into that shit. They like to have big navies.
I'm gonna troll them the next time they come on.
It brings them back to the roots of their huge navy that had control over the United States. They're like, we're gonna have a big navy again, yeah. And they're all into the game.
For the Queen.
Yeah, for the Queen and country.
Good day, mate. I guess that's UK. Yeah, I guess that's Australia.
Hey, mate.
I get you.
Talking like that if you ain't good.
Sorry, disrespecting your heritage. Gunny,
fuck, I always give Mojo shit because I was like, Mojo sounds very British because he lives in London, but he's actually French. I'm always giving him shit that he's actually British. He's like, I'm actually French. I'm like, you're fucking British, dude. You're not French.
You guys gotta hear Steve O'Connor talking. His brother.
Dude, Steven, he goes all out.
The Liverpool accent? Mm-hmm. It's like Lord of the Rings.
Those guys are like they're really loud compared to like other British people that I talk to. Like Steven, Steve O'Connor, like he's really fast. He talks really fast and really loud compared to
like he's yelling at you all
he's always like, go over here, Jesus, go. I'm like, dude, like, why are you yelling at me, man? Like, I can hear you, dude.
You know, give him a shout out. He's on a vacation right now.
Blue Yeti, we love you, man. Blue Yeti, we miss you in PUBG. But that's it, guys. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. And if you haven't done so, go and listen to our Detroit Become Spoiled show, 210. It's a very special Detroit Become Human spoiler cast. We talk about a lot of decisions we made in that game and why we love androids and why we love Alice. She's an awesome little girl.
And Kara. Kara talk.
Kara's good. Kara's good. I love Kara too. And Alice. I love them both. Yeah.
Goodbye, horrible people.
Bye. Bye. Oh, by the way. Oh, fuck. We forgot to... hold on. This will go over the music. This will go over the music, guys. We're in the music time now.
Music time.
Ryan Gibson is not here because he's gone for the month.
Oh, that guy.
Is he having a baby?
It's July 7th is the day he might come back. He said, I think that's the day he has confirmed that he'll be back.
Is this the day before his birthday?
I can neither confirm or deny those rumors. I don't know when my co-host's birthday is, but he's going to come back July 7th. He's moving and he's doing all that shit. He doesn't have internet set up at his new apartment yet.
Awesome.
He has to move and all that good stuff. His kid isn't actually due till later on this year. I think he didn't. What did he say? Gunny, August or October?
No, not for a while.
For longer than that?
All right.
Yes.
Are we going to take votes on which one comes out first between Gibbs Baby and Crackdown 3?
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna say Gibbs Baby comes first. I think. No?
I think so too. My money's on that.
My money on that, right? Right?
Right.
They just announced there were
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
But you know what? He might be online. Go,
Come on, Microsoft.
check him
That's
out.
a challenge. For all you listeners out there in the Microsoft headquarters, you have to beat Gibbs Baby. They have to beat Back on Fire.
They will not beat Gibbs Baby.
it might be around the same time actually.
Gibbs Baby's coming soon, guys. Sooner than you guys think. I think it's this November.
Terry Crews, if you're listening.
I think Norman Reedus will have his baby first.
You think
point.
Norman Reedus and his baby?
All right.
Oh,
So we have a conflict between Norman Reedus' baby, Terry Crews' baby, and Gibbs Baby. Which one will come first?
Take it down for a vote.
Anyways, guys, what should I name this episode? I mean, we're still recording, but what should I name it? I don't know a name.
Need a name.
Gibbs Baby versus Crackdown.
Baby versus baby. Crackdown babies. Crack babies.
Please.
Good one. Yeah.
What should we,
Crackdown babies, here we come. I don't know.
This is all going to be on the show, on the music part, Jonathan. Since you complained there's nothing in the music part.
I know. I guess it's going on.
Yeah.
I'm pretending there's music going on right now.
You pretend the music is going on right now?
I hear it in my head. Halo 5 all the time.
Halo. What is that called? What did you say, Alan? Saturday night, Halo night?
Saturday, Halo night. Yeah, I'm gonna make a graphic for that because I'm down for that. Because we need some Halo in our lives.
We can start off with Sea of Thieves and end up with Halo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up my kid around 5, so I'll be taking off around 5. But I'll be back on I don't know, after that.
Should I stop the recording at 3 hours?
The episode we can call Picking Up Kids at the Mall.
Picking up kids at the mall. I don't know what to name the show.
And stop the recording.
I'm still recording. Fuck it. This is going forever. We're going to restart the music if I have to.
Oh, okay. Shit, I was
Saturday night, Halo night.
Kids are important, Genny.
DJ, play some music.
We got to figure out how we got to get these things.
Switchcast.
The Switchcast?
No, don't put that because there is a Switchcast.
Oh, okay.
Mixercast.
Saturday is for...
Mixer sucks, by the way.
Why do you keep going back to Saturday?
I don't like it.
Whoa, Mixer sucks.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's always
what the fuck is going on right now?
Okay, it sucks on the iPad.
What the fuck?
How about that? They don't support it on the fucking iOS.
Because the fucking iOS sucks.
They're dropping it. They're like, take money out of Gunny.
It probably works on PC better, but it doesn't work on iOS. They don't support it enough. But I think that's on Microsoft's part. They need to take care of it.
And we lost Gunny.
Damn it. Fix your shit on iOS, Microsoft.
The Xbox is cut his speed. I think so.
I think so. The hell?
Guys, what do I name the show? We're still recording.
I know, I'm
Fuck!
What the hell?
Oh man, this is gonna be like a 10-hour fucking song at the outro.
Until we figure this shit out. Okay, guys, let's put our heads together. I'm on the idea of kids. I like kids.
Okay, we cannot do this. We cannot do this.
God of War. Wait, what the fuck did we talk about in the beginning of the show? Fuck, I forget. God of War is better than Fortnite.
Title.
Oh,
Titanfall 3 is coming.
well, lot.
Exclusives suck. Multiplayer is better than single player.
Here we go.
That's a shitty title. That's a stupid fucking title.
Single player is dead. Single player is dead. No one believes in that shit anymore.
Promise you.
Fuck you guys. Single player isn't dead.
No, if anything, this last E3 showed us that like they're focused on single player. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
I know. Okay. It's gonna
I know
be.
when your kids.
I know what we're playing tonight.
Let's. Okay. Cutscenes suck.
You guys are overthinking the title too much.
What would Gibbs do?
It'll be like one stupid. But Gibb doesn't give a shit. He just like writes down something stupid you said during the show.
I like that. I like that as a title. What will Gibbs do?
Here we go. Here's Jurassic World Life.
What would
Wwgd.
There we go. What would Gibbs do?
That's awesome.
WWGD. That's the show title, guys. We're done. We're out of here. Bye.
All right.
Woo!